All right. Now, yeah, right. Now, what is that kind of challenge we face in our routine activity? I'll tell you the primary problem. We have got a lot of challenges, but everyone has a common challenge. What is that? The file space management or file data management. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
This
that's
is
the thing.
always, yeah, this is always a major concern for everyone. If you are a core user of Excel, sometimes what it happens, people, when you start working with a new file and you start incorporating your data on daily basis, one fine morning, the file size becomes huge. And when you take that file in the meeting and try to present it, what happens? It takes a lot of time to open and you are keeping your audience waiting over there and people react in a different way. They say,
Exactly.
Pravas, why don't you do something with the file? It always takes a lot of time and kills our time. Sometimes some people are already aware of the fact, but they don't stop themselves humiliating us. Trust me, mark my words. So in this case, though we get hurt, we get frustrated, but we don't have any other choice. Why? Why can't we do something with the file? Because we don't want to take that risk. If I would like to do some trial and error, there might be a chance of data loss. We have that much of fear in our mind. Do you agree?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this is the reason why we don't do anything with that file and we always struggle like that. So in that place, I step in and I would like to suggest to people there is a Word document I have shared with you. No need to do anything. Just watch my screen over here. Okay. Yes, Aishwarya, no problem. That is noted. Your audio is having some issues. Whatever your queries, you please drop in the chat box. We can read and I can help you out definitely. Don't worry. Okay. So please stay focused on the screen. So there is a Word document I have shared with you. Just watch my screen. No need to do anything. How to read this file, I will help you out. So there are 8 different ways we have prescribed with along with the screenshots and the stepwise instructions very precisely. It is very easy to read and understand also. You don't need to have some kind of extraordinary knowledge to go through this. So I'll take you through one sample case. Just watch my screen, people. See, there was an Excel file of 14.6 MB. When I opted this method, I could reduce my Excel file size by 28% without deleting a single content, without removing any data out of this file details as it is. I'm able to reduce my file size. So this is how there are 8 different ways we have prescribed on your idle time. Just go through this entire document, people. It will change your perception, though you may not remember the whole steps, but you have a option. You can remember that. And tomorrow, if at all you come across those kind of situations, you can take the help of this document and you can help yourself. Who knows, anybody from your teammates also may come across that. You can give you a helping hand. Being a team leader, if you can support one of your teammates, they will be very happy also, right? So you can act your leadership role because of this even. This is the reason why I have shared this file with you. Keep it with you, go through that once and help yourself. Now, second one, there is a Excel file you can notice I have already shared with you, naming called keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so if you open this file over here, you can find not only the MS Excel keyboard shortcuts, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Outlook, the Office applications, what we use the most in our routine activities, all these keyboard shortcuts are listed over here. And why I am insisting or recommending for the keyboard shortcuts, as I told you earlier, in today's world, time is money. So whatever the task you do, you have to ensure that how to save your turnaround time. Though it is yours or it is your organization's, almost this all are the same. And that is how you are going to make yourself different. You can increase your speed and productivity as well, and people will definitely respect you at your workplace. So this is overnight not possible. So entire list is there. Only thing is you have to keep practicing upon the same and make a point that on daily basis, at least 2 keyboard shortcuts you should learn and you should keep practicing upon the same. So this is the only way to learn the keyboard shortcuts, people, but I can give you an assurance. Trust me, if you make a habit of at least using the keyboard shortcuts on daily basis on 30 days, within just 30 days, you can see the significant growth in your workplace. You don't need to ask anybody how I'm working. Do you see any kind of improvement? You don't need any assessor separately to assess yourself that, okay, how is your stand? Where do you stand now after attending the training program where you are? No need to go for this. You are the best evaluator of yourself. Okay. So this is the reason why this keyboard shortcut list I have shared with you. You have to devote your time to practice it. Now, there is one more file you can notice. I have a notepad file I have shared called Learn Excel Free. Of course, there is nothing such called free lunch in this world. We have to pay for everything we know. But yes, there are certain things people over here, if you want to enhance your Excel skill further, because Excel is such a subject, in fact, 6 months training is also not enough to complete the subject. So we have a window time of 16 hours max. Now, after attending this 16 hours program, if you want to enhance your Excel skills to the next level, where to go? So instead of following someone's YouTube channel, later getting frustrated, I would suggest go to all these websites. And why I do recommend all these websites? Am I the brand ambassador of any of the website? No. Do I promote all these websites in my platform? No. Why I'm sharing all these specific websites is I have done my own R&D and research in the entire Google world because I keep doing that. And I found that these are the websites where you can get the real-time contents and you can correlate with your existing workset or the data or your data, whatever you're downloading from SAP or ERP, and all are industry based case studies, so it will be easy for you to correlate. You can grasp the subject matter very easily, and the beauty is the entire thing is complementary. You don't need to pay anything for that. Only thing is you need to devote your time and practice upon the same. And one more beauty of this particular platform or whatever I have prescribed is there is a common forum also where you can ask your questions and the experts will be answering all your queries. So that's the reason why I would suggest go to all these websites and devote your time rather navigating here and there. Now there is one more notepad file I have shared with you naming called Office Repair. Now if you open that, you'll be finding there are two website links I have shared with you. You must be thinking, Prabhas, why are you sharing the website links? I have my own reasons, I'll tell you. Sometimes what it happens, people, while working in our office, you would have noticed you have created a very beautiful file or a dashboard or a one page or report or a MIS report, and you have presented the same to your audience in the meeting. People were quite happy, and especially your boss told you, suppose say my boss told me, Prabhas, this file is, I mean, you have really done a good homework. I liked it. Keep this file under safe custody. Next time when you are going to present it to the our audience, we'll give some more add-on to the data and we'll be making it more informative. Then the time has come when I opened that file, Excel is giving some kind of error. What kind of error? Excel is not responding. Excel stopped working, or Excel is restarted whenever I open the file, or it just gives some data which is in a scrambled code or kind of a ASCII characters. And tomorrow there is a meeting and I have the situation of the file like this today. So if I convey this same message to my boss that this is what the status of the file, what will be happening? What will be the reaction? Do you think that he will be happy?
No,
Definitely not. So the
no.
reaction will be he will listen the whole story and tell me immediately, Prabhas, how can you be so careless? How can you be so irresponsible? I told you last time itself how important this file is. Now in the last minute or 11th hour you are coming and telling me that the file is not in a working condition. I don't want to hear anything. Do whatever it takes, but by EOD today it should reach to my inbox. So this is how people react. Now think about it for a while. If your own superior or your boss, your leader, he has withdrawn the support and he is reacting like this, then who else is there to help us except the IT department? We don't have any other supporting system. Now, when you approach to the IT guys, what they say, Prabhas, give me 24 to 48 hours time. I'm not sure whether the data can be recovered, but I'll try my best. This is how the kind of reply we'll get it. Do you agree?
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Absolutely. So in this case, what I suggest people to give respect to your time and without wasting your time, what you can do, no need to go for any person support. There is a link you can just copy from this, okay? And you can go to your Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox and paste this in the address bar. This will take you through a tool. This tool is hardly going to occupy some space of 50 kbs to 100 kb, not much. Only thing is you have to download and install and you have to connect with that Excel file which is corrupted, and you have to click the repair button. This is the only thing you have to do. And trust me, it will take its own time, but 95% data can be recovered as it is. Now you must be thinking, Prabhas, why did you reserve 5% as data loss? So what kind of data there would be a loss? Yes. If you have created some kind of engineering diagrams or process flow diagrams or work breakdown structure, because we have the practice, we keep creating a lot of shapes and connectors we use or org chart. Sometimes we design process flow diagrams in Excel itself. So those kind of data, there would be a loss. If you have created some tables, formulas, functions, charts and graphs, everything as it is you can recover. And the beauty is entire thing is complementary. But yes, there is a limitation. You can get complimentary service only up to 5 MB of Excel file size. If your Excel file size is more than 5 MB, then you have to purchase the license of that tool because they have to also win their bread and butter, right? And as we know, as I told you, there is nothing such called as free lunch in this world. You have to pay for everything. But yes, this tool is going to help you. I am not just downloading something from internet. I am sharing with you people. Why I do recommend this tool is I have personally used this and I have successfully able to retrieve my file details. So that's why I thought this would be giving a helping hand to participants. I'm sharing the knowledge with you, nothing else. So you can have a link with you. Anybody who is looking for that support, you can give it to your teammates. So these are the files I have shared with you just to give a helping hand. Now rest of the files, what we have is we have understood the entire business of our corporate world, though it is of OEM, manufacturing or service, anything. What are the mostly painful areas we are going across or we are making our journey? And those pain areas, we have collected a few samples from accounts, finance, production planning, or HR, safety, any department you call it. We have the data and we have collected our sample case studies upon that. And I am going to take you through such scenarios and we have to work together. If such kind of scenario comes, how to deal with the same, how to make some improvements, what would be the right formula and functions we need to apply, we are going to explore it. So this is all about our file details. Hope you got a clarity. What is that files we have?
Yeah, got it, got it.
Right.
But
Now,
Prakash, one question. Sorry to interrupt. As you told, right, the link, if it is less than 5 MB, so it is like a free download. But it is if it's more than 5 MB files, so we need to get the license for that. So in the corporate, this is and all. Any risk is there in downloading the link or
no,
installing those
no.
application to the file or any fire safety or
Right.
firewall something?
Right, I'll tell you. There are two things again. The question to answer, there are two probabilities are there. See, one, some organizations like Accenture, they don't allow you to download any third-party softwares in your system.
Yes.
So you have to take the permission of IT or you take the IT system. Otherwise, they have the liberty to download any software they want and let them scan the software. But there is no harm downloading the software. I can give you an assurance. But I would suggest if your organization doesn't allow, then take the permission of IT and do the procedures. Second option, if you're working with your personal laptop, there is no harm downloading the software and there is no risk of your data loss or data confidentiality loss because you are not uploading anything in the cloud or in the internet or in the tool. The tool is downloaded in your PC. So even though you work offline, this will work fine. No need to have the internet connectivity all the time. So be safe. No need to worry about it. All right. Now, coming to the file people, there is a file we have shared called corporate case studies. I request everyone, please open that. So you'll be landing up with the cover page. There is a next button you can see. You can click that. Okay. And when you click it over here, it will take you to the sheet called business maths. So kindly confirm you have got all the same worksheet opened in front of your screen. It's a simple message in the chat box. Y for yes. Okay. So thank you so much for your response. Let's go and first discuss what is this file details about, what is the data we have. So being a Excel user people, the first thing what you should know is what is that Microsoft Excel version installed in your system. That is very, very essential to know. But how will I know this? Just see. On your Excel, if you see there is a file menu will be available. The tab, we call it as. Okay. And in this file menu, if you go for it, now it will take you to the backstage view and there is an option over here called options. So everybody is able to see in the bottom left in the file menu, if you click, do you see options?
Yes.
And if you click that, it will take you to your Excel option. So this is called our backstage view. So whatever we just see in the front end, that is not only the Excel, there are many more options we do have. And this is the place where you can control, you can navigate the menu options, features, functions, everything from this window. This is just to give an awareness. Now close this. Go to the file menu again. And if you go for that, there's an option called account. You have an option called account. Go and click this. And it will take you through over here in the right side. You find what is that version I have, Microsoft 365. So similarly, you can identify your own version and just drop me a message in the chat box. If it is of 2013, 2016, 2019, Office 365 or 2021, anything, whatever you have, please drop me a message quickly in the chat box. File, account, check your version, drop me a message. Okay, so Raghavendra is having 2019, Vignesh 2019 also, Pavitra 2016, okay, Aishwarya 2019, Tulasiram 2019, okay, only the 2016, okay, so two people have 2016, fine. All right, so Pradeep is also standard 2019, okay, fine. Now, why I'm asking this, the reason is people, what it happens, sometimes you would be noticing that in your office or your client place, anywhere you are working with, some of your friends or colleagues, they are making their job easy by using some different formulas, functions, or using some features from Excel. And of course, you will be also start expecting the same from your own system. But when you navigate your own Excel system, it is not having such kind of features. So don't be panic. This is because of the versions difference. Like see, I'll tell you a simple example. If you go to your Excel, do you have a formula called XLOOKUP? Just see. As I show on my screen, just try once. Do you see a formula called XLOOKUP? Do you have that? You will not be having. Because this formula is available only if you are there in Office 365 or 2021. Similarly, there is a formula over here called Lambda, which you have never come across this kind of formulas. So these are the new formulas and features which is added only in Office 365. And making use of this particular kind of formulas, people make their job easy. So this is the reason why I asked you to please find out your own version of Microsoft Office, what is installed in your system. So now the bottom line from this entire story is, if you ask me, Prabhas, okay, I am working in my personal laptop, but sometimes I bring my office work to do it at home, or I am working in the hybrid model. Sometimes 3 days I work in office and 2 days I work from home. So in that case, exactly to give that feel of office environment and the way I'm comfortably working with office, then which version of Microsoft I should install in my system? You should go for Office 365, because Office 365 is the only version where you get the regular updates from Microsoft. This is a subscription license. Over here we call it as Office 365, and you'll be getting a lot of templates, a lot of formulas, functions, features, AI tools in Office 365 only. Okay, so this is a background I have given you to identify your own version, and this is very, very essential. So when I'm going to take you through some features, if it is not there in your system, don't be panic. This is because of the versions difference. All right, so let's start working with our first example. So from business maths, if you look at the very first example, let me take you through. Suppose say, take an example, somebody from different department XYZ, one person came and asked me, Prabhas, I need to purchase 3 products. What are they? ABC, A of 1000, B of 12, C of 20. Now, when I inquired with the vendor has given the rates A of 1 rupee each, B of 20 rupees each, C of 10 rupees each. Now, I have taken up the same matter to my finance department and I asked them, please provide me a check in favor of XYZ Limited Company so that I can start procuring the material. So, my finance team, the person whom I asked, he asked me a question in return. In return, what he asked me, he said, Prabhas, how much amount you need? Now, to answer him with one line, what I do, what I need to do, or what we do in that case, just watch my screen, no need to do anything. First, we'll go for a formula equal to quantity multiplied by rate per unit. And the moment I got this data, I will be putting a total of that. And then I can answer him that I am looking for a check of 1440 rupees. Is this the method we opt, or is it the way we answer, or is it the way we work? Do you agree?
Yes.
Right. Nothing wrong. What we are doing is absolutely right. But let's analyze the same situation at least for a while. See, our answer is lying in this cell. But what is the point of getting all these 3 values? Is it playing any role?
Just
But
multiplying the data
yeah,
with the
but we are helpless unless and until we get all this, we can't get this value. That's the reason why we are forced to create some unwanted data. Now, can you connect with the first problem I discussed? Why our file size is being huge? Because we keep creating a lot of unwanted data. Okay, this is one. Now, the other problem in this particular setup is when you go and create a new column and apply your formulas in like this, then definitely your file size is also getting huge because of that. All right. So these are the reasons why people, what we are having the practice, we have to stop today. So how to make an improvement on this? Let's have a discussion. See, I have a cell over here. Just watch my screen for a minute. I have a cell called total cost. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to apply a formula. What is the formula? Naming called sum product. Okay. Now the first question is how to write your formula efficiently. So what is the meaning by efficiently? See, most of the time what it happens, people, we spend time for writing the entire string or the text of the formula like this. Not needed. What you can do, just see, I can go for simple sum. When I go for sum, can you see all the formulas listed which is actually starting with sum? I want to go for a specific formula called sum product. So when I go for P, can you see entire sum product? It is highlighted in blue color, but my text is not embedded in the formula, correct? So what I can do is simple on our keyboard. If you press the tab button, tab in the left side tab button, it will automatically take my entire string up to open parenthesis level. That's the beauty. And then what it demands me, array 1. So formula, when you look at what is the meaning by array 1, first column quantity, then comma, what is the next one, array 2, second column rate per unit. Now that's it, 2 units we have, 2 columns we have given the formula. Now the moment I hit enter, I am getting my answer. So this is how people, this sum product formula will be very helpful. Even though we have got 10,000 records, I no need to really worry about this, and I can get my result over there. Now the same thing, if I want to showcase the formula, I want to showcase in the next cell over here. Ideally, we go for copying and pasting the formula or something we do like this. What I suggest is over here, you can simply go for the next cell and type the formula equal to formula text. We have a beautiful formula. Okay, so please give it a try and check it's working. Some product, is it working for you? Are you getting the result? Please confirm. Just having one time practice.
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
Okay, great. So if at all any queries, please ask. Don't feel shy. Okay. So those who've done, you can drop me a quick message, Y for yes or D for done. Okay. Fine. So how about the status? Aishwarya, Pavitra, Fareen, Pramod. Pradeep, it's working. Okay, no problem. So here,
When is to select the, what should I do? Like SUMP tab, then followed
yeah,
by select the first column. Then you need to give a column or a
comma.
comma. Okay.
Yeah. See, the formula itself, it is showing properly. I'll show you. You don't need to remember anything, no need to struggle for this. When you go for this, when I go for my tab key and I'm presenting it, can you see array 1 after that comma is there? Can you see that?
Yeah.
So this is what the same instruction you need to follow. All right. So Sumproduct is working fine. Now here you can notice on my screen, I am just displaying the same formula what I had applied in that yellow colored cell. So sometimes this will be very, very helpful whenever you are designing or creating any kind of template. If you want to showcase the formulas, what you have used in those cases. So just to give a knowledge to the people or to transfer the knowledge to the people, they should not bother you while looking at this template. You can display the formulas like this or display the information in that cell like this. How? Just see. There is a formula over here. Welcome, Pradeep. See, you can go for a formula called formula text if it is there, because this formula is available since 2016. But 2016 some enterprise version. Just check it out if your system allow you and it is having their formula text one formula.
It
The
is there.
Yeah, very good. So we can use that. So equal to formula text, it demands me the reference. Yes, if it is there, you can use it. So from equal to formula text, reference is that cell of 1440, what we have got the answer, then immediately it will display that formula what we have used over here. So this is called formula text. You don't need to be worried about how to copy the paste or paste the formula and show it as a formula, not a output. All right. So hope the formula text and Sumproduct both are clear. Fine. Very good. Now let us go for the next question, people, about the vendor evaluation. So here we are going to discuss something first, then we start working with our data. Ideally, in any industry or any organization, wherever you are working with, our purchase department, they have their own SOP, that is standard operating procedure. And what they suggest that whenever you are purchasing a material, you should not have a single source of supply. Always go for minimum 3 competitive quotes. And technically, we call them L1, L2, L3. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
Right. So similarly, in our case, if you look at people, we have a prices column. Please stay focused on my screen first. No need to do anything. We have a prices column. Okay. Now in this prices column, if I ask you what would be my L1 price, please check manually and let me know what would be my L1 price.
87.
87. Okay. L2,
99.
99.2. L3,
103.2.
103.2. So since we have got maximum 7 to 8 items, it was pretty easy for us to identify like this. Now take a real-time situation. When you open the file, you got a column having near about 10,000 vendors rates. Now out of those 10,000 vendors rates, if you happen to find out L1, L2, L3, what is that you do? Yes, people, it's a real-time question.
We need to short the numbers.
Of course, this is the only way we have. We just go for data sort and we
Yeah,
arrange our data in smallest to largest order. And
correct,
whatever
correct.
the line item comes in the beginning, those three row items we consider as our L1, L2, L3.
Yeah,
All right. Now, this is what we have done today for one particular product. Now, tomorrow, if my product changes, if I'm going to order for some different product, again, I have to do the sorting, right? So here the task is recurring in nature. I am not getting the things automated or not getting the things dynamic, right? And this is what the practice we have followed since ages. And the moment you do so, sorting is a task which anybody can do. Even my subordinate, my teammate, they could have also done that. But being a professional, being a skilled leader, why I'm spending my time to do a task which is non-productive in nature? We never realize, we never think for a while about this. But trust me, this is how, when you do not realize, the quality of work is also missing. So this is the reason why in this place, how to make some improvements. Let's have a discussion. So rather keep doing these sorting actions repeatedly, we can make our things more dynamic. How? Just watch my screen for a while. There is a bottom three column we have over here. All right. Now, ideally, when you want to design a formula, what is the practice we have? We go to a cell, we design the formula, then we take this button. What do you call this?
Drag.
It's called cell drag and drop. Okay, so we drag like this and formula will be ready. Do you agree?
yeah,
This is how we do. So today we are going to make a change. So we have to accept some changes and then only we can make a difference at our workplace. So what is the change we need to do is, instead of working with a cell, we'll select all the three cells first. Please do it along with me. Select all the three cells of the bottom three column. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad and immediately type equal to. It will start typing in the first cell of the range. Then go for a formula in our Excel which you have called small. Small. So when you go for the small formula, it demands me the array. Where is the array? Is it in the left side of my formula or right side? Of course it's in left. So use the left arrow key. So when you reach to the left side of your column, that is prices column, select the rest of the cells. Control Shift down arrow key. Now this range, whatever we have selected, it should not move down along with the formula. So E12 should not move to E13, E17 should not go to E18. Neither E12 should go to F12 or E17 should go to E8, F17. So no movement towards down, no movement towards right. So we should go for F4. So when you press F4, it will be helping you to apply $2 symbol, one before column, making column lock, one before row, making row lock. If F4 is not your direct key, use function with F4. It depends of the brand of the laptop or the keyboard configuration what you have. It depends on that. So kindly confirm you getting the dollar symbols by using F4 key.
yeah, it is kind. It
Right.
is there.
Comma. Now what is asking K? So here we have to be focused. K means nothing but the integer, the value, the number or the ranking. So you can consider ranking over here. L1, what should be the rank? Question itself answer is there. Ranking should be 1. L2, rank should be 2. L3, rank should be 3. So in place of K, we want 1, 2 and 3. But we can't define all these three together. And neither we could go to each and every cell and edit the formula for K value 1 to 2, 2 to 3. There is no point of doing that. So what we have done, if you look at my screen, we have over here towards right side one numerical value of 1, 2 and 3. So we are going to take the value from the right side, and the moment you go for it, drag and close. Formula is ready only for a cell. Ideally, how you end up with your formula? By hitting enter. But today we are going to use control with enter. Press together and immediately your entire data set will be ready with the answer. So this is how people you are supposed to write your formula in Excel. So kindly confirm you're able to apply your small formula over here and you're getting your results. Any doubt, any questions, feel free to ask.
Sir, I didn't understand the dollar.
Dollar. Okay. Why you are not getting the dollar, or what is the implication of dollar symbol, you are not clear?
I mean, I was able to actually select
Okay.
both actually.
Let me first remove the dollar symbols. I do it again. Just watch my screen, people, if it is not clear. See, I'm using small formula, going to the array, and then comma, I'm taking the value from right. Is that clear? This is how
Yes.
ideally we write our formula. And the
Yes.
moment I hit Control Enter, L1, we have identified 87. Did you receive the same? Yes.
Yes, sir.
L2, 99.2. Did you receive the same? Yes. L3
Yes.
is supposed to be 103.2, but we received 111. So how it is then? If you go and open the formula, can you see my entire range? If you see the blue color border area, it starts moving along with the formula. Ideally, it has to search the data from E12, but it is searching from E14. And it similarly, it goes going down also as well. So basically the data has to search starting from 103.2 ending with 134. It should not go beyond that, right?
Okay, sir.
This is the reason why the moment you go for the formula, we should lock this range. And to lock in the range, we have to go for F4. So when you go for F4, there is a dollar symbol before E. E means column. So column is locked. So E will never go to change and make it F. Then 12. 12 is the row. So row is also locked. So in a cell, when your column is locked, row is locked, ultimately whole cell is locked. So this is called our cell lock or cell constant or cell freeze. If it is a range, range constant, range lock or range freeze.
Sir,
And then
for me, I'm not getting when I click
Prabha,
yeah,
F4 is not coming.
just one by one. Yeah.
For me, F4 is when I click F4, it's
Okay.
not coming as any, it's coming.
Okay.
Or I get a dialog box.
Fine, fine, fine. No problem. Just see. In our keyboard, we have got a setup. If F4 is not your direct key, use function with F4. This Fn key is there. Use function key with F4.
Okay.
It will be coming up. Yes. Any other questions?
Sir.
Prabha,
Sorry.
this, sorry.
Yeah, Anirudh.
Yeah, the formula which you have shown to me, that we have to put the dollar sign before the G column is
No, you
like,
don't need to define manually. You don't need to define manually anything the dollar symbol. You have to just press F4. Like see, that somebody's mic is on, getting a lot of background noise. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Please ensure your mic is on mute. See,
yeah,
again I'm doing the same. Just watch my screen.
yeah,
I have selected my whole range where I need to apply the formula. I'll
yeah.
go for equal to small, then taking the array and then locking. How to lock? Using F4 or function F4.
Sorry, Raghavendra, can you off your mic, please?
Yeah, thank you, Raghavendra.
Yeah.
So when you go for equal to small, I repeat again, you can see my screen first. Small,
Yeah.
taking the array, locking the same by using F4 like this directly.
Yeah, that I've done. Yeah.
Yeah, then comma, taking the data from the right side. That is G12 is containing 1. So
Okay.
that you have to take and then bracket close, control enter. And immediately this will be showing the entire details. So this is how you should write your formula.
So then no need to put the dollar sign before the G, right?
No, before G is not required because G12 has to move to G13, right?
Okay, got
Has
it.
to move to G13. That's why we don't need to go for G12 to lock.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you, Prabha.
Okay, no problem. So anybody else is having any other queries over here? So this is very, very essential. If you're not clear with the dollar symbol, people, do let me know. I can make it more even simpler so that you can understand, because this is what we are going to use it in this entire 16 hours journey. All right. So I believe that everyone is clear with our dollar symbol application. Very good, Aishwarya. Thank you so much for your
One more
response.
question. Sorry,
Yeah.
that K, what is the definition of K?
K is nothing but constant or integer or number or ranking, anything you can say. So in Google Sheet, we call it as a factor. In Excel, we call it as an integer. It depends. So to make your job clear, to make you very specific and for clear, to bring some clarity in your understanding part, I consider as a ranking.
So in this particular formula, what was the purpose of defining the K here? Sorry, I missed that point.
Okay, defining is, if you do not define anything as a K, so how it will know you are looking for the lowest one or second lowest or third lowest? It doesn't know that. So we have to give one instruction to small formula what I am looking for. So I am looking for, suppose, the lowest one, then L1. That is the reason why we are taking 1 over here. So if I'm looking for second lowest, I can go for 2 over here. That's why we are defining separately and we can use that in the formula.
So basically, dollar symbol is to just to hold, so there's no movement. And if you want to
Yes.
do it like use lock or
It is
something,
just
you use a
to
dollar symbol.
restrict, yeah, restrict the movement of the range or a cell. Anything you can take it.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah, ask.
Yeah, you told we have to put the numbers or integer, whatever they
Right.
call. So in
Right.
that case, we can put the serial number, right? Because if you have only two data like price and only price, for example. So
Okay.
in that case, I couldn't get this top to bottom that you are showing, right? So I have to have some numbers like serial number or something. From
Obviously,
there I can, yeah,
this
right?
column is essential, because if you do not
Yeah.
define the number, the formula will
Yeah.
not accept anything out of this. Suppose say I'm looking for out of 10,000 bottom 10 people. Say
Mhm.
example, my customers data is there. I want to see my bottom 10 customers. By the balances, I will be checking out definitely. So I have to create 1 to 10, a serial number or series over here in this array. And then
Mhm.
I can go for same small formula. I can drag it and I'll be getting my bottom 10 value out of 10,000, 1,000, 1 lakh records, whatever it is.
In that case, from beginning to end, we have to drag the formula. Sorry, put this like 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if I want to get these bottom 10, then how I'll do this?
See, you have to drag that like how to, the question should be how to create a series. If that is the question, I'll tell you. See, if you go for one, and
Mm-hmm.
if you simply drag it over here, okay.
Correct.
If I go for
It's
this
not
and fill series, I'll be
easy.
getting
Yeah.
simple. This
Yeah.
is one technique. Else, you can go and just type over here. Suppose it is not there. I can simply type 1 and 2, and the moment I
Drag.
select both and I drag it, this is also going to give me 1 to 10.
Okay.
So it's up to you how to create your series.
Okay. So in that case, if I and one like here we have taken that L1, L2, L3. If I want to take L3, L2, L1, how do I take this?
No, not L3. That is what. If you want to bring this, so you have to change the order. Like if you want
Yes.
1, 3, you have to change the order. 3, 2, 1. You have to
Okay.
bring it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Fine. So now we have understood about our small formula, how to apply it. Now suppose say, take an example. I have got top 3 values to identify. Same prices column, but I'm not looking for bottom 3. I'm looking for top 3. So ideally, what would be the opposite of bottom? I mean, what opposite of small? Of course, large. Do you agree? So just 1 minute, watch my screen. I'll go for simply selecting all the 3 cells and I'll type equal to large, tab, array. This is there in my left. I will select all and I have to lock it with F4. That is what we have been doing in our small formula also. Now, comma, this is again asking for k. As I told you, k is nothing but integer, ranking, value, or constant. So I'll be taking the ranking. So I'll be taking the depending upon the data which is in my left. Now bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell, but I need to apply for the rest. What is the shortcut we learned? Control, enter, and we got the data ready. So this is how we got our large formula also applied over here, and we got our result. So give it a try and check your large formula is working for you. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask.
Yeah, Prabhas, this is the one actually I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Top three. Okay. Top three. Okay.
Because control enter does not give me the formula applied to all the three cells. It's only happening for the first one. But
Because you have forgotten to select, Pradeep. First you select all the three cells, then start using the formula. If it is not happening, you can share your screen. I will guide you. No worries. All right. So first that's what you delete that. You delete that. Select all the three cells. No, 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 no. Don't type the formula. Select all the three cells first. No, not that
yeah,
one. In top three, the solution area where you need to get the solution. Yes. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad equal to large tab. Take the array and log the same. Then comma. Take the data from left. Bracket close. Control enter. Right?
got you. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. So I believe now small and large, how this is helping us. And as I told you, while designing the templates and all, this kind of formula will be pretty helpful for you so that you don't need to keep on repeatedly doing these sorting actions. And whenever there is a change in the product, if you have something drop down or anything, your bottom three and top three will be automatically ready. So similarly, bottom 10, top 10 also you can identify. So this is called again as a array formula. All right. So now, are you happy learning these new formulas like some product, small, large, and all those things?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So this question I am going to ask repeatedly. The reason is being there. See, I am just doing a postman job. Whatever Microsoft has designed, I am passing on my knowledge to you and how to deal with the same, what kind of add-on you can give it, how to make some creativity in terms of presentation. I am going to give that flavor in this training program. Don't worry. But as a user, you have to work on that. So I'll be taking your opinion all the time. So I'll be asking this kind of question. Are you happy the way we have got the solution? Or are you comfortable the way we have operated? So you have to state your opinion also. Okay. So now, since we know we have a practice that when we get a answer, we are very happy. Okay. All right. So you must be happy. Definitely. I'm not denying about it. Now let's analyze the same situation. Okay. No need to do anything. Focus on my screen. I'm going to take two names from our group. Suppose say I'm taking the name our friend Pradeep and Anirudh. So is that okay, Pradeep and Anirudh, if I take your name from for our story?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, thank you so much. Now suppose say our friend Pradeep, he has done all these things. Okay, this entire thing what I'm talking about, right? And he is presenting the same. to Anirudh. Suppose take an example. Anirudh is one of the client of Pradeep. Now Anirudh is watching everything and he is not clear why Pradeep has taken this. What is the relevance of this column? Anirudh, he felt that this is unwanted and he has deleted the same. Can you see that? What is happening? My entire formula is in trouble, isn't it? And this is what most of the time it happens with us. We create something, we send it across, people play around, and the entire report is in toss. And again, our job becomes tedious over here. Do you all agree?
Yes, yes, yes.
So in this case, what we have done, though our expert suggests us to do the job like this, but what is the problem we have noticed? So having said this, do you believe that Microsoft Excel has ever recommended to do the job like this? Never. So what we did, that we have to stop the practice. So now the question is how to make an improvement, how to get the answer. We need those 1, 2, 3, but we are going to make our formula efficient enough in such a way. The formula itself, it is going to generate those 1, 2, 3 over here. But how? Let's have a basic understanding. Now, if you look at which row I am in, I have highlighted a row, which row I am in. Is it row number 12?
Yes.
So to identify the same, I can go for a simple row formula, which is there already in Microsoft Excel. And this is also going to give the same number. So either we can highlight and we can check like this, or I can simply go for a row formula and this is going to give me the row number as the answer. This is the only job. Well, earlier, if you look at in this particular cell, what I'm highlighting, what was the number? It was available.
1.
Purpose we were looking for 1. Now already I have got 12. If I need 1 over here, can I go for simple minus 11? And if I get 1, is that going to make any sense over here? Yes. So same one I'm going to generate by using the row formula. So what we did, the row formula, we are going to apply in this formula. So let's see how. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. Okay, understand the concept. As I develop the practice, first I'll select all the 3 cells. I'll go for equal to, then I'll go for the large formula and I'll be taking the array and I'll be locking the same. Up to this clear? Nothing new. We have already done that, right? Now, what I am looking for is k, and k purpose I need 1. How did I create this one? By simply taking the row formula minus 11. And why minus 11? Because I am in row number 12. I am in row number 12. If you look at, I am in row number 12. That's why I am deducting with the previous row number. The basic logic, nothing much in this. Now formula is ready only for a cell. And as we know, or we discussed already, to say, apply the same for the rest of the cells. What is the shortcut? We got it? Control, enter. See the beauty. Without taking any kind of helper column, we could generate our answer. So this is how we call it as a nested formula. So formula within formula. So large with row combination. If you want to go for this, this is how you can apply. So just give it a try and check it's working. Any doubt, do let me know.
It is done.
Yeah. So similarly, those who have done with large, please rectify the formula for bottom 3 also.
Yeah, done.
Right. So this kind of formulas, as I told you people, this will be very, very helpful whenever you design a template, summary report, dashboards and all, you can always use that.
So formula within the formula, what you called that nested formula, right? That
Yeah,
is named.
nested formula. So I believe this is working for others also. Any doubt, any queries in small and large combination with row formula, please? Okay.
Yeah, Prabhas, it's working, but may I ask you what's the real? I mean, can you give me a practical scenario wherein this is used?
Okay.
Like using the row. I mean, a simple example. I didn't understand that part. Where to use this?
Okay. Same example we are going to continue the vendor evaluation. We don't need to go very far. Okay. Now suppose say when you go for vendor evaluation, what is that we are opting? Every time we are keep on sorting our data, right? The same prices column will sort and will do all these activities. Rather doing the same repeatedly, what we can do is we can maintain a sheet called over here daybook. So daybook will be containing my entire vendor's details, like what is the vendor's registers number, whether he registered with GST or it is unregistered, what is his PAN number, how many days of credit he is going to provide to us, what is the price inclusive of freight or exclusive of freight, what's his email ID, phone number, whatever it is. This is what we should maintain in our daybook. Okay. And when this data I am going to present it to my boss, there should be a sheet called summary. Okay. And what would be there in the summary sheet? Of course, we know it should not be elaborative. It should be a crispy one. So basically there should be maximum 4 to 5 columns of data. And again, some maximum 10 to 15 row items of the data. People don't want to see many more information as well, we know. And there should be a cell containing the list of the products, whatever we are purchasing. And this products column should contain a drop down. So my boss will be having the privilege to select the drop down. I'll tell you how to create all these things. Don't worry. Just for the timing, I am creating all these things to give a real-time flavor. Now suppose say I'm dealing with 5 products. PR1 means product 1, PR2, PR3, PR4 and PR5. Now my boss, when he goes to this drop down, he will be clicking on this drop down and all these product details will be ready. All right. So once you suppose I select product 3 over here, okay, then what will be happening? There should be 3 cells over here naming L1, L2 and L3. Okay. It should contain and it should give me the details of the price about that particular product. Now, how the price is going to come over here? By using some formula or functions. That is called our small. And where this is going to get the data? From the daybook. Okay. Now once your price column is ready over there, then immediate next column, there should be a column naming called vendor name. Who is that vendor has quoted that rate? So tomorrow, if my data changes, my product changes, I don't need to go on again deal with the sorting of the data of daybook and get our results. So once my product changes, automatically these things will be also getting updated automatically. So there, this kind of formula, small with row combinations, this is going to help me. So hope you got a clarity.
Yes, now it's fair.
Right. So this is what you have to keep in your mind, that always try to give a add-on to the data. Okay. So then people would be happy, and trust me, this is how the moment you present it, the person whom you send the file, he is going to retain this file for his whole life to set an example for others. See, this is called the report. Don't always come up with many more files and ask me to go through this. I don't have time. People will react like this. All right. Now, coming back to the next example, basic rounding of our data. Of course, there are a lot of challenges we face while rounding off our data. And the most important part is this kind of rounding off data. If you don't deal with properly at the year end, we face a lot of challenge while doing the reconciliation. Sometimes there will be a lot of differences will be coming up and we are not aware. Is it because of rounding of the data or actual value is mismatching? But sometimes to close the books on accounts, we go for blindly putting an entry, a journal entry, or the difference we pass a provision for that. So to minimize this efforts to have this kind of errors to control over there, what we can do is people, we can always go for proper rounding of our data. So what we do in that case, let's have a basic understanding. We have our data, if you look at a prices column, where some decimals along with some whole numbers also there. Okay. Now, my boss is not happy watching the same and he is telling me, Prabhas, why don't you round up the data to the nearest one unit? So what is the meaning by rounding of the data to the nearest one unit? Let's have a discussion. If it is of 103.2, ideally we go for 103. Do you agree? These people, yes or no? Right.
Yes, yes.
If it is of 111.5, we go for 112.
Yes.
So how we take a call? One case we got one unit up, one case we took one unit down. This is what we are not defining. This is what by default, looking at the post decimal characters, we go for getting the output. So if post decimal character is 5 or more than 5, we go for 1 unit up. If it is less than 5, we go for 1 unit down. This is the standard logic we apply. All of you agree?
Yes.
Now, the same thing when you want to do in Excel, what is the practice we have? We go for a round formula. Nothing wrong if you are using round formula. But what I suggest is, since Microsoft has made some improvement in the round formula, let's go and explore what is this formula about. So there is a formula people over here called Mround. First 1 minute watch my screen. Okay, Mround. What it demands me, number from the prices column, first number I took it, comma. Then it asks me for multiple. What is the meaning of multiple? We have to understand that. See, multiple meaning doesn't mean that we need to go and multiply with any value. Multiple has a meaning like for 103.2, if I'm looking for, suppose post decimal character is unknown to me. I don't know what is the post decimal character. If I want to round it off, what will be the answer? Forget about this formula. I'm just asking a simple question.
103.
I never know. You can't go and predict that it should be 103. It may be 104 also. Could be the case. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I am not aware of what is post decimal character. So if I'm
Okay.
looking for the answer, there is two probabilities, either 103 or 104. Do you agree? Right,
Yes,
people?
yes. Yeah.
So now for 103.2 purpose, 103 is the lower unit, 104 is the upper unit. Now, what is the basic difference between these two units? Between 103 and 104, how much is the difference? Is it of 1 unit?
Yes.
So this is what called multiple. So whatever is going to come, that would be either 1 unit up or 1 unit down. So that's called our logical round off. And the formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control enter. We got the result. So this is how people, this Mround formula will be again helpful whenever you design the templates or summary reports and all those things. You can keep this formula ready, and whenever the user types any data, the formula will be taking care about the rounding of the data. So kindly check it out. Your Mround is working for you.
It is done. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can ask me a question. Was when the things are happening with the round formula, then why you are insisting us to learn a new formula called Mround? Is it running in your mind? It should. It's not something like I am telling you and blindly you have to follow that. So you have to ask this kind of questions. So Prabhas, you told me first that round is working fine, then why I need to learn Mround? Well, I'll tell you some concept of Microsoft products. See, when Microsoft Excel has incepted or designed in 1985, there was only one formula called round. But that was not solving all the problems. And because of the user's request, Microsoft has come up with another two formulas naming called round up and round down. Okay. Now the beauty of Microsoft formula is when it introduces a new formula, it doesn't leave the hold of it doesn't leave the hand of our old formulas. It still retains. Now, when these formulas are together in place, again people have got a lot of confusion where to use this, in which scenario, which formula I should use it. For that reason, to come over this problem, Microsoft has come up with another formula from 2007 version above is called Mround. But when it developed the Mround formula, it doesn't leave the hand of other two formulas. So this is how the old formulas are still being retained in the backend of our Microsoft Excel. So anybody who is more conversant with the old version of Microsoft Excel and immediately all and sudden they have to work with new version, they should not be worried. They should not be panic. Just to give a comfort zone, the old formulas are still retained by Microsoft Excel. So this is the reason why I told you, if you are using round formula for this particular situation, that's also works fine, no worries. But why I'm recommending M round formula is one formula is alone to handle multiple situations. Like, take an example. If you go for our next case, just see, my boss is asking now, Prabhas, if this is the prices column, please round up the data to the nearest 5 unit. So if I'm looking for 103.2 and I need to answer in this column, what should be the answer in the first case? Anybody?
So, is it a
So comma 5.
103?
Comma after 5.
103, how it would be? 103 for the round up to the nearest 1 unit. Now we need to round up to the nearest 5 units.
Oh, comma
no.
5 will be.
No, I'm not asking what you need to do. I'm asking for the value.
So M round of 103. M round of
No. I'm not asking for the solution. I'm asking what should be the value. 103.2 is there. I need to round it off to the nearest 5 units. So what should be the value?
It is not possible to tell now.
Okay, if you are not clear, let me put it in this format. See, suppose I have created a scaling of 5 skip count or 5 jump values like 0, 5, 10, 15, 20 like this. Now 103.2 we are talking about which interval this is going to fall. Is it going to fall in between 100 and 105? Do you agree?
Yes.
Which is the nearest one for 103.2? Which is the closest one or nearest one?
105.
So that should be the answer, correct?
Yeah.
Similarly, if I'm talking about 87, what should be the answer in this particular column?
90.
90, are you sure? 90?
I think 85 to 90 if it is.
Of course, 85 to 90. Now, which is the nearest one?
85.
Because if it is of 87.5 or more, then it should be 90.
Yeah,
Correct?
90, correct. Yeah.
The same thing, we are going to do it over here. Now, for 103.2, 100 is the lower unit, 105 is the upper unit. Now, what is the basic difference between these two? Is it of 5 units?
Yeah.
That is the same thing we are going to do. So I'll select the entire array equal to, I'll go for M round, just watch my screen for a minute, taking the number from the prices column, one value, comma, multiple. I told you the difference between the upper unit and the lower unit. So the moment I go and hit control enter, I got the result. So this is how you want to round it off nearest 10 values or 10 units or multiple of 10, you can do that. So again, same M round, we don't need to go for any other formula. That's the reason why I asked you to go for explore this formula. So just go for and give it a try.
Yeah, done. Yeah, it's working. Yeah.
All right, so I believe everybody is clear with the rounding off how to do the job, and this will be very, very helpful whenever you are creating any purchase order template or sales order or work order, invoice template, cost sheet, anything. You can keep this formula activated already, and whenever the user types any data, automatically will be rounded up.
Sorry,
Now,
Prabhas,
yeah.
sorry, the Mround 5, can you, because it is between the range between 10 to 105, how many line items are there like that we are capturing, or how this concept is working?
No, no, no. That's what I explained to you. Like when you have a scaling of five intervals or five jump values or five skip values, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Hmm.
Like that, I have got a scaling.
Okay.
103.2, in which scale, which interval this is going to fall? Is it going to fall in between 100 and 105?
Yes.
So for 103.2, which is the nearest one? 100 or 105?
115.
So that's why we got the answer 105.
Okay.
So for 103.2, 105 is the upper unit, 100 is the lower unit, and the difference is of 5 units. That's how we have gone for M round multiple by 5.
Okay.
Now we'll go for our next example. See, you have a prices column, okay, where you could see the data is of mixed type, like we have positive, we have a negative also. Now looking at the same, my boss is not quite happy, and what he's telling me, Prabhas, why don't you just bring the positive values alone in the next column? I am not interested to see the negative values. So now how to extract only positive values in the next column? Let's discuss that. Looking at the data, how do you decide that something is negative? If it is there in brackets or if it is starting with a hyphen or dash symbol, we call it as negative. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yeah,
If
yes.
Yeah, if none of them is available, we call it as positive. This is how, by looking at the data, we decide. Now, if I ask you logically, please decide whether the value is positive or negative. Then in that case, what you do, we go to each and every cell and we check. If it is greater than 0, it's positive. If it is less than 0, it's negative. This is how logically we check, right?
Yes.
Same thing, we are going to do it in Excel. See the beauty. What we can do is selecting all the entire cell equal to if. 1 minute, watch my screen. Logical test. We have to take the help of a cell where we want to conduct a test. So we have taken that. Now what kind of test? Is it greater than 0? Now this entire setup becomes my logical test. Okay. Now coming back, when you are going and doing a test, as we know, there might be a success in the test or there might be a failure also. Could be the case, we never know. But we need to give both the options. So that is what if formula demands me. Value if true, if the test is success, means this value is more than 0. Then in the next column, which value we are expecting? The value we are checking. So this is our value if true. Now value if false. So if this value is not true, if the test is not success, there is a failure, definitely. So what is the meaning by failure? Definitely the value is not greater than 0. So if it is not greater than 0, what should be the answer? Less than 0. But in the next column, we are not expecting that value, but there should be some treatment in the next column, right? So what should be the treatment? Like 0, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable. We must write within two double inverted quotes. But we are working with a template. So template should remain blank. And to retain the blank cell over here, we must go for two immediate double inverted quotes. This is the place where people commits a mistake. They believe they have to go for two double inverted quotes and they define a space in between that. But space, though it is not visible, this is counted as a character by Microsoft Excel. So you have to be pretty clear. If you are looking for a blank cell, just define two double inverted quotes, don't define a space. Now bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. We know control enter, we got the records. So this is how people, any point of time, if you want to have a logical application of the formula, you can go for a simple formula over here, naming called if. Check it out please. Your if formula is working for you.
It's working.
Yeah.
Sorry, thanks. Can you repeat that logical, please, so that I just
Yeah.
just one second. Logical.
See, the logical part, what you need to decide is this value, if it is greater than 0, then it should appear over here. If it is not greater than 0, then we don't want that value to appear, but we should want that there should be a blank cell. So what we can do, we can go for if, taking the data, and then we are putting it across greater than 0. This is what the test. Can you see the reference to the formula showing logical test?
Logical test, okay.
Right? Okay. So this is the entire setup becomes my logical test, comma. Now when I'm doing the test, result, if it is true, means this value is greater than 0. Right? If it is true, then in the next column, which value should appear? The value we are testing, correct? Comma. The value if false. If false.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Sorry.
Okay. Value if false. Is it now clear?
Yeah. If false, yeah.
Yeah. If it is false, what does it mean? If it is false, means this is not greater than 0. It is less than 0, correct? If it is false means. But if it is less than 0, we don't want that value to be populated in the next column, correct? But there should be some treatment in the next column. What kind of treatment? Either 0, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable, anything you are looking for, you must write within 2 double inverted quotes. But we are looking for our cell to remain blank. To make the cell blank, we go for immediate 2 double inverted quotes, no space in between that. So that makes a specific uses, or we retain the cell as a blank cell. Bracket close, control enter.
If you put 0, then it will come as a 0. Then in 99.02, if you apply 0, means then because greater than
if you go for in between 0, you want to return like this.
Yeah.
Then you have to go for like this, and then it will be showing 0.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, please.
Prabhas,
Sir, over here we have 99.2 brackets. That is also greater than 0, right? Why is the brackets?
No.
Sorry,
99.2, it is in bracket means it is a negative one.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
This is a default system format. Like say, if you want to see, I'll show you. Just watch my screen.
Okay.
See, when you go to the control panel, the entire thing is already set up with our regional settings. Okay. Now, when you have some numbers in place, okay. So these are my numbers. To showcase the negative numbers, you look at on my screen, to showcase the negative number format. Ideally, we prefer to go for dash. But there are options also, like if you go for, instead of dash, you want to go for something. This is also negative. Can you see that?
Okay, sir.
So some people follow brackets, some people follow negative symbol or dash symbol. It is almost same.
Where do you exactly get this setting, sir?
Sorry, I'm not clear. Your voice was not audible properly.
Under control panel, we go to customize format.
Yeah, in the region, in the control panel, if you see, there is an option called region. And if it is not showing all these icons, you have to go to your top right corner. There will be showing that view by category. Instead of that, go for small icons. Then you will be getting all these small icons, and you have to go to the region and you can explore. And this is the place where by default the format will be English United States. If you want to make it of India country format, you can change to English India, and there we have got additional settings. This is how you can change, but I would suggest not to do any kind of changes on this. It will impact your all entire system formats also. So unless until you're thorough with this, don't do any changes.
Okay.
Right. Now coming back to over here again, the way we have got our solution by using the logical formula. Are you happy, people?
Yes, of course.
Good. Fine. We got the answer. So Pradeep also is happy. Okay. So Dulciram, what's your opinion? You are silent. It seems to be. Are you happy?
Yes, sir, we are happy, sir. Can you help us out a lot in finding the students when consolidating their ranks? Because we
Right.
get it in decimals.
Right. Very good. Fine. But I do not recommend this formula to deal with this kind of situation. This is what our experts suggest us. Why I don't recommend? I will tell you. If you remember, the moment we started the training program, I told you the very first problem is about the file space management. So remember one thing, in any Excel file, the more the if formula, file size will be more. So the bottom line is, if formula should not be your immediate choice or the first choice. If at all any other options are not available, in the worst case only use the if formulas, because this is going to occupy a lot of space. Now, since this is not our choice, how to get the same answer? I'll tell you. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. I have an alternative column. I'll go for this. I'll be using a formula called max. We know what is the purpose of max formula: to get the maximum value out of the range. Now it is demanding me number one. I will take my prices column first value, comma. It is asking number two. So what should be the number two? Let's discuss. The moment I told you logically, please decide whether the value is positive or negative, which value we have compared with. We compared with 0. So I'll be taking 0. Job is done. So what we are trying Excel to do, we are asking Excel to perform a calculation between the prices column value and 0, which is more. That alone you return. So we are not discussing anything below 0 cases. Jobs become very simple. Now formula is ready. Only for a cell need to apply for rest. Now see the beauty. As an audience, if you look at which option you prefer to see, option 1 or option 2.
Of course, option 2.
Anybody, whoever is looking at the data, they will be preferring to see the option 2 only, because everyone wants the formula should not be lengthy. It should be a crispy one. So this is how people, you have to be always very careful writing or designing the formula in Excel, and always ensure that your formula is not occupying a lot of space. So give it a try and check it's working.
Yeah, it is working.
Right.
Provost, will I get any break in between? Like, just I'm asking if.
Yeah, we'll be going around 4 o'clock. Another 15 minutes time.
4 o'clock means 10:30. Okay, okay.
Can you redefine that number? How you define that number? I understand the previous example, but this one I didn't understand. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. See, we have gone for a formula application saying max. Number one, I'll take the prices column. This is my first number because my formula is demanding number one.
Prabhas, your screen is small actually. It is not full actually.
Okay, now is it okay?
No.
Okay for me.
No, I'm not doing anything. The same thing I'm maintaining only.
Now it's okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I was just trying to zoom it out so that you can understand it properly. So now I'm taking the zoom of that. Is it clear now? The entire example is visible?
Yes, yes, please.
Right. So I'll go for a max formula. this demands me the number 1. So number 1 from the prices column I took it, then comma, it asks me number 2. So what is the meaning by number 2? So ideally max formula, how you apply? We have a procedure, we go for is equal to max, we select the whole range like this. This is what the practice we have, correct? So instead of taking a range, I can define a number 1 by 1 also. So I can take this, comma, this, comma, this even. I can do like that. So that is the same thing we are defining in the range. So instead of taking a range, what we are doing over here, putting a logic simply, taking the value, comma, 0. So in between these two, which is more? So if you look at this value and 0, which is more? 103.2 and between 0, which is more? Definitely 103.2 is more, correct? So that is what it is going to return, nothing else. So what we are discussing, we are not discussing anything below 0 cases. So wherever it is below 0, it is already giving the value as our dash or hyphen symbol, because this is what again the system generated format, you will be getting the dash or hyphen symbol. Wherever the value is null or nil value, it is defining the hyphen symbol. So if you do not want any kind of symbols, you have to depend upon the if formula. There is no other go. But our objective is not to deal with the negative values. Our objective is to get the only positive values. So we are getting it. All right. Now let us go for our next. So our next example is calculate the date of expiry of AMC agreements. This will be very, very helpful again, people. Most of the time what it happens, we deal with so many agreements, claims, or our contracts, or we have got some instrumentation certificates, or we are dealing with the bank guarantees, or we deal with a lot of investment related documents. In that case, just don't maintain Excel as a simple database to update. Use Excel as a proper tracker. And in those cases, how to create an Excel tracker, let's have a understanding. Just see. Take an example. Suppose on 11th December 2019, I have furnished one contract with one of our vendor for HP printer. And the duration we fixed called 16 months. So what is the date of expiry of that particular contract we need to identify? So let me know, just manually check and tell me what would be the date of expiry for that particular AMC.
11/12/2019.
2019 is already there, the AMC date.
2021 April.
Okay, April 2021. What should be the date?
Oh, 16 months. Okay.
11, 12, 11/4, 2021.
11/4/2021. This is what the answer. So everybody agrees to that, or anybody is having a different answer? Anybody is having the answer of June 2021? I'm just asking, maybe.
No.
Okay. So for a particular case to identify the right answer, we took this much of time. Think about a real-time situation. When you open the file, there are 10,000 AMCs like this, and you have to be pinpoint accurate even for a single day. So in this case, how to deal with? Can we hold a calendar in one hand and keep computing? No, that's not possible. So in this case, people, to make our job easy, what we can do, select the entire solution array as I do. Please do it along with me. Then equal to, there is a very beautiful formula in our Excel naming called E-date. E stands for electronic date. And what is the first input it is demanding? Is it demanding start date? So start date, we do have date of AMC. Yeah. Then what is the next one? Months. So months is there in our left, that is 16. That's it. Yeah. The formula once complete with bracket close, we need to apply for rest. Control enter. So can you see with immediate effect, it is going to give me the answer. But the answer is in a different format. Can you see that? What do you call this format, people? Anybody?
Number format.
Are you sure?
Integer. No, it is a date format actually, but we need to format. We need to go to the format cell and do it the date.
It's in general format. It's in general format.
It's in a general format. So this is what, being an Excel user, we must identify which format we are dealing with. Now look at my screen for a minute and try to understand the concept. Now, is this our today's date?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is our today's date, no doubt. This is a format, but technically beneath this cell or behind this particular value, this is the value actually working. And this is called our general format.
Okay.
Okay. Now the same value, when I go and present it, this is called our number format. Same value, but format is changing. The window dressing of your data is changing. Same value, this is called time format. Can you see the differences, people? Value remains the same, only format is changing. Again, the same format I'll be taking, this is called our date format. Same value, if I go and take it, and this is going to be my currency format. Same value, I'll be taking one more time, and now this is our percentage format. So these are the formats technically we deal in Excel. So hope all this formatting part is clear.
This. Yes.
Now, coming back to our data set, if you look at what is that format we have right now is general. So what we are expecting is the date. So any point of time to convert any format to date format, simple. Go for on our keyboard shortcut over there. I'll tell you, go for the keyboard shortcut. Okay. What is that keyboard shortcut about? Like Control, Shift, and 3, the hash key. You can see the numerical value called 3. So Control, Shift, and 3 will be helping you to any format to date format. So Control, Shift, 3. Just see, is it changing my format to a date format? That is already listed in our keyboard shortcut list also. Don't be panic. No need to maintain a note of that. Everything is there in our list. Just confirm it's working.
It is working.
Right. This is how, people, any point of time, if you want to deal with the format, your keyboard shortcuts will be very, very helpful. And you can save your time. So I believe eDate is clear for everyone. Any doubt, any queries in eDate?
Provost, for this it is clear. I'm just going backward. That is a maximum formula that you told. If I wanted to get the like negative one, then what should be the formula actually?
Yeah,
because
simple. Min formula. Go for min formula.
Yeah, I have
There,
the formula.
Yeah. Then you go for this min formula, and when you do and drag it down, only negatives you will be finding.
Okay. Yeah.
Like small and large. Similarly,
Yeah.
max and min.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe our eDate is clear and we got our date of expiry for all these cases. But that alone is not enough, people. There is one more risk factor we have which you need to be assessed. What is that? I'll tell you. 11th April 2021. Is it going to fall in a weekday or a weekend? That also we need to find out. So now the question is how to extract a day from a date. Let's go and discuss. So we have a very beautiful formula naming called text. What it demands me? Value. It is there in our date of expiry, comma. What kind of format we are going to apply over here? Ideally, what is the date format we follow? Anybody?
Day, month, and year.
That is called DD, YY.
YY.
The other one also we do have called YY. It depends on the organizations, depends upon the clients or customers you are dealing with or the vendors. Okay. Now, both are recognized globally as a date format. So what is the role of D? Stands for day. M stands for month. Y stands for year. This is already predefined by Microsoft. So we have to focus only with our day. Month and year is not relevant for us at this state. So within two double inverted quotes, we need to type 4Ds. Reason of typing 4Ds to get the complete string of the day, like Sunday, Sunday. If I go for 3D, it will be giving only the first three characters of the day, Sunmon, like that. Is it case sensitive? No. You can write in caps on, you can write in drop caps also, no problem. Bracket close, control enter, and see the beauty. As we are anticipating the first case itself, it is falling in Sunday. So it is our duty to renew the contract before 1 or 2 days, depending upon the business days or working days. Whether it is 5 working day or 6 working day, you have to calculate or renew the contract accordingly. So that's called our text formula. Very, very helpful. So give it a try and check text is working.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
After this, there is one more concept needed. Like, for example, 11th April 21, and we are in like October or something. More, how many months are there to renew the contract?
Okay, we'll be calculating that. We have that example. Don't worry, I will let you know. Right, so day we have calculated. Let us go for a hands-on practice for finding our month and year as well. So month, same text formula, taking the value, date of expiry, within two double inverted quotes, go for M4 times. Similarly, we have to go for year also. What we can do?
Otherwise.
Right, we can do that, but that is not necessary because text formula is a lengthy formula. So it's not necessary or mandatory that your case also we need to go and apply it. If you apply it, it's well and good, it will be giving the result. But I would suggest go for a ready-made year formula in Excel to make your formula length crisp. So you can go for simply expiry date, year of expiry date down. Is it ready? As I told you, always try to keep your formula length minimum. So this is how we have understood this text formula, how this is being helpful in our routine activities. And mostly when you download the data from SAP or ERP system, you will be having only one column called date. And any point of time you want to extract your month, year, day, anything out of this, you can make use of this text or year formula. Is it working? Any doubt, any queries in this business math sheets, people? Whatever the formulas we discussed. Sumproduct, small, large, with combination of row, usage of our dollar symbol. Then we have gone for Mround, then we have gone for if, max, and then our date and text formula and the year formula. All right. So kindly save all your workbooks. With this, we'll go for a short break. Okay. So now it's in my system 4 o'clock and dot 4:15 again we are going to catch up. So there is a small break of 15 minutes. Please ensure you are back by 4:15 p.m.
Shall I disconnect the call or continue this call?
Oh, no, be there. Why you want to disconnect?
Okay.
If you want, you can. There is no hard and fast rule.
Right.
But
Okay. No.
please be back by 15.
Yeah.
15.
Prabha?
Okay.
Sorry. Prabha? Sorry.
Yes, Raghavendran.
Yeah, actually, see, my question is different. Actually, see, if you are in 11th April, if you are in 10th October of 2019 or something, so more, how many months are there to calculate? How many more months to renew the contract? So,
Okay, that is what I understood. Suppose say you have a start date, you have a end date. How many months are there? You want to compute that, correct?
Correct.
That's what we are going to come up. There is an example coming. We have. That's what I told you. When we go
sorry.
this
Yeah,
sheet, we are going to discuss. No problem. All right, people. So I'll be back by 4:15. So please have a brisk and come back soon. We'll discuss the rest.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so I believe everybody's back. Could you please respond in the chat box why for yes quickly so that we can resume? Well, Anirudh and Raghavendra is back. Pradeep is responding. Okay. Dilsaram is there. Very good. So Aishwarya, Fareed. Okay, Vignesh is on. All right. Fine then. So Fareed and Aishwarya, are you there? All right. So let us go to our next sheet, people. Naming called data presentation. Okay. So here we have got two segments. One, the first half is about how to make our data informative. Second half, how to make our data presentable. So we'll go discuss one by one. Whenever we are working with our data people in this data driven world, when you're presenting your numbers alone, that is not enough. People are not happy watching that. Say, take an example. Suppose say my boss asked me, Prabhas, get me entire revenue report for the whole year. So I have opened multiple Excel files, month wise or customer wise or product wise, whatever the Excel sheets I had prepared, everything I have opened and I have consolidated, and this is what the summary I have created. Now, do you think that my boss will be happy watching the same? Definitely not. And what I delivered is anybody's job. Anybody can do that. So now the question is, what else we can do in this piece of data so that we can make it more informative, or what else we can add it over here so that I can take my presentations to the next level, or what else I can include it in this data. When I present it to the audience, they will be happy watching the same. So in this case, look at the data and tell me what can be done. What's your opinion, whatever it is?
It's a revenue with this month. Means this period of time, what would be the revenue? That actually is the data, I think.
No. My question is, what else you can do with this data so that it will be more informative?
Okay. So we can generate total for the year, or maybe the top 3 revenue, or maybe.
I can give a comparison of revenue month wise.
Okay, month. Fine. So month and month comparison we can do. We can give a total. Yes. What else?
Top 3 data we can give. Revenue.
Okay, top 3. Okay. Then
if we have any budget data or the data, so we can give whatever we have budget and what we have achieved and what revenue, what are we expected and what.
right, we do not have target. Right, we do not have target now.
Yeah.
So whatever we have in front of us, what
Sir,
else?
I can't see the screen. I'm not able to see the screen. Are you sharing the screen?
Sorry?
The two links opened right now. I don't know which.
Two links. I mean, you have to work with the day one link. Day one. You would have received the
day one link clicked and yeah, I received the mail. I am in the day one only. I click on join. I can see only few people there. Is anybody else facing the same problem?
No. We have got 9 people, including me. So you have attended or joined any other link, I guess, probably. Just log out and log in again. Yes, so as we are discussing, what else we can do? Pradeep, what's your opinion? What you can do over here, you believe? Can we present our data in the format of a graphical presentation like line, column, pie, or bar chart something? Is it informative?
Yes.
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
Or we can find out which month we have got the maximum revenue, which month we have got the least revenue. We can highlight and showcase it separately. That can be done.
Yes.
We can calculate the average of entire 12 months data, and we can set this as a benchmark, and we can start comparing with each and every month, like from average how it is been, whether it is going beyond average or more than the average or less than the average, something like that. We can.
So you're talking about the reference, like.
Yeah, again, I mean, since we do not have a target,
Yeah.
we can give our viewpoint that we can make our average value as the base, and we can start comparing. That can be done also. So these are called our statistical calculations, and which is very much essential in any piece of data. And this data, whatever we are dealing with, it needs all these things. Whatever we discussed, it needs all these things. But the problem is over here, are we really presenting our data having all this information on there? Trust me, 90% people, they don't do that. Though they are aware of all these things are needed, but they just wait from the other end. If email comes with the bold letters, then only we'll start working with it. So this is the place where we are committing a mistake. So we are not doing all these things. Some other person, they are doing all this and they are taking the credit of the data presentation. So when we know that we can do all these things, start doing it. Because the moment you give more information to the people, the more the appreciation you are going to get out of that. And the quality of report also is getting improved, right? So let's see and let's discuss what else we can do first. See, in any data, we must have a total. So keep your cursor in the total cell and go for a simple keyboard shortcut, Alt equal to. When you press together, do you see a sum formula is being generated automatically with a simple keyboard shortcut? Hit enter. Are you getting 33,715? Confirm, please.
Yes.
Right. So this is the first thing. We do not have a total. We got a total. Now take a look. Revenue in terms of billions, millions, lakhs and crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the data, when it goes to the management, they are not worried about this in billions, millions or lakhs and crores. They want to see the revenue data, but that should be in percentage. So our next objective is we need to create a column naming called revenue percentage. Let's go for that. Now, what should be the formula? First 1 minute, watch my screen. I will take my value equal to Jan month, whatever the revenue I should, divided by the total revenue. Do you agree?
Yes.
And when I copy this formula towards down, only B5 should go to B6, B7, B8, but B17 should remain constant. Do you agree?
Yes.
And to make it happen, we should go for F4.
Yeah.
Formula is ready, but this is showing the answer in terms of decimals. But we need to present our data in percentage. So any point of time, to convert any format to percentage format. Control Shift 5. So when you go for Control Shift and 5 with immediate effect, you could see the data turns up into a percentage format, and the same we can apply for the rest and go for a total. Are you getting 100% the total?
Yes.
This is how we got one more column ready, naming called revenue percentage. So kindly do this and confirm.
Yeah, done.
So this is one column. We give it as an add-on to our data, and this is informative, definitely no doubt about it. Any doubt, any queries in revenue percentage column calculations, people?
Actually, sorry, sir, I'm not able to see your screen. I'm isolated completely. I can hear your audio, but I can see the chat was happening. There's nobody in the room.
I'm really struggling with your audio, so I can't hear you properly what you're saying.
So I'm actually not available. I cannot see anything in the screen. So I can see the guest, I can see the thing. I'm not able to see anything. I can't see you in the chat. I logged in and logged on.
No, you are working from the mobile data or Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, sir. Wi-Fi.
There is no chance of it because all other people are in the meeting. They can see my screen. Everything is happening. Let me just log out from the screen again. Now you're able to see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I'm able to see.
Okay. Yes, so this is about the revenue percentage calculations, Vignesh, we have prepared along with the data. So first we got a total simply by keeping the cursor in the total cell, our alt equal to. Then we have gone for revenue percentage calculations by taking the revenue value for the month of Jan divided by the total revenue and making a cell lock so that when we copy the formula down, it should not move down. And then the answer will come up in the decimals. So to convert any format to percentage format, we can go for our simply keyboard shortcuts over here as we discussed in the previous case. Control Shift 3 to convert any format to date. Similarly, Control Shift and 1 for any format to number. Control Shift and 5 for any format to percentage format. You can try this.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Now, what else we can do in this data? As we discussed, we can compare our data from month and month. So that is what month and month, how the variance happening. And to make it happen, we can create a column naming called growth. Naming called growth. So what should be the formula for growth calculation? Let's discuss that. So once your growth column header is ready, please stay focused for 1 minute what I'm doing. Since our first month is of Jan month, right? Do you have anything before Jan to compare with?
No.
So growth would be nil. Do you agree?
Yes.
When we go to Feb, we have got something to compare with, like Feb month revenue minus Jan month revenue. Can we take this formula?
Yeah, but we can also compare with the March and others.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So we'll
Okay.
go one by one. Jan to Feb, Feb to March, March to April. We'll go and continue. So first formula is this. Are you okay with it?
Yeah, yeah.
Fine. The moment we go for this, the same I can apply for the rest. Automatically, this will be giving the month and month comparison. You can see Feb to March, there is a drastic degrowth, and that too, the value is decreasing by $2,148. So this is how the growth column we are making it ready. Well, so Pramod is asking, sir, I am having issue for percentage. Okay, Pramod, what is the issue? Yes, Pramod, I can read your chat box message. So you can share your screen, not a problem. You can share your screen.
Sir, I am not getting the dollar signature. How to get the dollar in
F4. You have to press
yes.
the Yeah, F4 button. In the top key, you see F1, F2, F3, F4 and there. So you have to press F4.
Shift 4.
No, 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 no. Only F4.
F4, there is no F4 in my laptop, sir.
It will be there in the laptop. The first row. What is the key we have?
Yeah, okay. Just to the sir.
F4.
It's something else. F4 is the screen.
Okay, then go for function with F4. Fn key in the bottom line, left side. Can you see Fn key is there?
Oh.
So Fn with F4. Press
Yes,
dollar symbol will appear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, sir?
Yeah, that is what you are to lock it like this. Are you getting the setup? B5 divided by B17 and B17 to be locked with function F4 in your keyboard. And the moment you hit enter, are you getting the answer in decimals?
Yeah.
Then go for Control Shift 5 to convert any format to percentage. Control Shift 5.
5.
Yeah.
Control Shift 5 is something else, sir.
No. Control Shift 5 press together. It will be helping you to convert any format to percentage.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Now the same you can apply. Yeah. Now the same you can apply for the rest. You can drag it. You can double click on the corner button, the drag button. You can double click. And the total you can go for Alt equal to. Are you getting 100% in revenue percentage column? Yeah. Then the growth column. So growth column, Jan month growth is nil, but when you go to Feb, Yes, Pramod, what is the problem? Pramod, is it happening?
Yes, it happened.
Okay. Now go and find the growth column. As I told you, growth for the month of Jan is nil. You have to start operating from the Feb. So Feb column, you have to type the formula, Feb cell, like equal to Feb month revenue minus Jan month revenue. So B6 minus B5. And then that same formula, you have to drag it down. All right, people. So I believe growth column, everybody is clear.
Yeah, it is clear. Yeah.
Right. So growth in terms of value, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But when I'm presenting my data to the management, they are looking for growth, but that should be in terms of percentage. So let's go and create one more column naming called growth percentage. Okay. Now, once we have got the header ready, just 1 minute focus on my screen. See, as we discussed, since Jan is the first month, growth is nil. Similarly, growth percentage also going to be nil, ideally. Do you agree?
Yes.
Then, growth percentage for the month of Feb, whatever the value we had over here for the growth for the month of Feb, that should be divided by the base month. So for Feb, what is the base? Is the month of Jan. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So is this the formula you believe you can take it? To find out my growth percentage, whatever the growth I have identified, that should be divided by the base month over there. Is this the formula right?
Yeah.
Obviously, yes. Same we can convert into percentage, Control Shift 5. So now whatever the growth is there, that is negative, but how much in percentage? By 4%. Now the same formula we can apply for the rest and our growth percentage is ready. So give it a try and check. Are you getting the same answer?
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
Right. Hope all are clear. Anybody is having any questions, people?
Pravash, that you told that this is the base value of the month, right? So it is just down 1 month after, right? Like we have taken for February, for the January, and for the February month growth percentage, we have to take the revenue for February month, right?
No. We are comparing month by month. So for when I go to Feb, I will compare with Jan. When I go to March, I will compare with Feb. Like that, I'll go on, keep on checking the value one by one cell down.
Now that is growth. Now I'm talking about the growth percentage.
The same only. Whatever the growth we have identified, suppose now Feb, how much is the growth? It's negative, correct?
Yes.
Now this month, whatever the growth we have identified, that should be divided by the base month. So for Feb, which is the base? For Feb, Jan is the base, correct?
Okay.
When I go to March, what is the base?
Feb.
So we have to divide by the Feb month. Similarly, when I go to April, what is the base?
Okay. That is the previous month, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So just imagine we had only 2 columns, but this much of task is pending for us, obviously. Now, what else we can do or what else we can add on? Let's discuss. See, 1 minute again, watch my screen. The moment I have completed my business for the month of Jan and somebody asked me, Prabhas, how much revenue you have got? So I would say 3963 USD. Do you agree?
Yes.
And when I complete the business for the month of Feb, if the same question I need to answer, what I'll say, whatever the Jan month revenue plus I will add the Feb month revenue and I will tell my answer. Same thing when I go and represent at the completion of March month, what will be my answer? Jan plus Feb plus March. What do you call all this?
Cumulative.
Absolutely. So we call it as a cumulative data or accumulation of the value, or technically we call this as a running total. But when you come to the corporate reporting people, you should use the proper corporate jargons. And we call this as YTD, year to till date. So since the year beginning, at any point of time, if you want to know what is your revenue, then this YTD column is going to help you out. So let's go and create a column YTD. Now, once the column is ready, 1 minute, again focus on my screen. Okay. Since my Jan month is the first month of the year, whatever my Jan month revenue, can I consider the same as YTD for the month of Jan?
Yeah, we have to.
So we'll put a formula equal to Jan month revenue. Do it. Got the same value? Now, again, focus on my screen for a minute. What would be the formula for my Feb month YTD? Equal to taking Jan month YTD plus Feb month current revenue. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So once it is ready, the same formula I can go and apply for the rest. And how will I know I am in right track? The moment I reach to the month of December, the December month YTD, is it matching with my total revenue?
Yeah.
We are in the right track. So this is how people, we got one more column ready, naming called YTD. Kindly confirm you got the same ready.
So we have to drag from the February to end, right?
No need to drag. Double click on the fill handle.
Yeah, fill handle, yeah.
Yes.
But it comes different for my case. 6736.
Okay, what is that first cell? Jan month YTD, what you have taken the formula?
3963.
No. Equal to B5. Is it in formula reference?
It equals to B5, correct? Yeah.
Right. When you go to Feb, did you take the formula equal to F5 plus B6? Don't take B5 plus B6. Go for F5 plus B6.
Sorry. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Then it will be rectified.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
done.
All right, so I believe everybody is clear with our YTD in terms of value. Maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same, but when I'm presenting the data to the management, they are looking for YTD, but that should be in percentage. So let's go and create another column naming YTD percentage. And when you go to the YTD percentage column, what should be the formula? As we discussed already, Jan month revenue is nothing but YTD for the month of Jan. Similarly, can we take Jan month revenue percentage as YTD percentage?
Yeah, the same. Yeah.
So we'll go for simply pressing over here YTD percentage, go for Control R. Control R, fill right. So it is turning up answer in terms of decimal, correct? We can make it percentage, Control Shift and 5. So kindly confirm you got your YTD percentage for the month of Jan 12%.
Yep.
When you go to Feb, what should be the formula? Like the way we did, YTD is equal to nothing but Jan month YTD plus Feb month revenue. Similarly, for YTD percentage also we can take Jan month YTD percentage plus Feb month revenue percentage. Again go for Control R. Okay. Now convert the same into percentage. Control Shift and 5. Just check. Are you getting the combination or the summation of 12 plus 11, 23%?
Yeah, 23%. Yeah.
Now the same we can apply for the rest. Double click on the fill handle. And when you reach to the month of December, YTD percentage, is it matching with your revenue percentage column total?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they're in the right track. So this is how people over here, we got another column ready naming called YTD percentage. So this is how people, you should always keep exploring over there, and what the data needs the most, you have to present it as an add-on and people will love to see. And this kind of statistical calculations, whatever we did, it is mandatory for any department wherever you're working, whether it is finance, accounts, HR, production, planning, stores, anywhere, this will be needed. All right. So hope you got a clarity. Anybody still having any doubts or queries, do let me know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Vivek, clear? Okay. Fine. Pareen? Pramod?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay, but I'm having some issues with dollar this thing because I am not in the earlier session, so I will
Okay.
clear it off. So that is my worry. It's a
Oh,
control shift 5, no?
no, Control Shift and 5. Numerical 5.
Okay.
See, you have to go for this 5, but can you see in the numerical 5 percentage symbol is there?
Yeah.
So you have to go for Control Shift and 5. You have to press together to convert any format to percentage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is okay, but for dollar sign, sir.
Dollar sign, you have to go for your F4 key. You have to go for F4 key. If it is not a direct key, go with function with F4. You have to press
Function.
together. Function with F4.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, once you have done with this over here, let's discuss what else we can do. See, the data is ready, no doubt, but little bit formatting also needed. So what kind of formatting we should apply? Just go for it. Select your data, keeping the cursor anywhere in the data set. Go for selecting the data. Okay, Control A. Always ensure that whenever you have multiple columns in Excel, give a feel of a table by applying the borders. And to apply the borders, go for a simple keyboard shortcut. If you are comfortable with mouse, you can go to Home, Border, and All Border. The same thing, you can do it with a quick keyboard shortcut, one by one, on my mark. Go for it. Alt, H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. One by one. Alt H B A. Alt H for Home, B for Border, A for All Border. You don't need to press all these four together, or no need to keep pressing Alt also, just one by one. First press Alt, remove the finger, then H, remove the finger, then B, remove the finger. This is nothing but all borders. Confirm please. You are able to apply keyboard shortcut. Right. Now, once we have done with this over here, kindly select your month column completely. And always give a feel of bit of colorful formatting. So to apply the colors, where do we go? We believe, okay, we go to Home tab. We always go for two types of coloring. One is our cell background color, that is called fill color. And one, we have got a font color. This is what we believe we have the options. But trust me, we have got more than this. Okay, so how to explore that? Let's see. So don't use this font color and background color over here separately, and this is a tedious process. I would suggest you, there is an option in the Home tab called Cell Styles. Go and navigate this, Cell Styles.
Yeah.
Notice there are many more options, and the bottom side of the themed cell styles, the last row, you can see some high definition colorful buttons. It is coming up along with the font color, high contrast to the background. So I no need to do a separate actions for font color and background color. This is exactly giving the feel. So this is how you can make use of this cell styles. Home tab, cell styles, themed cell styles. Able to do? Then coming to the first row, that is, I'm starting from revenue to YTD percentage. This also I'm going to Home tab, cell styles. I'll add some more color on this. So now somewhat looking great compared to the previous version of our data. Not so loud, but yes, giving a proper feel of colors.
Yeah.
Now, the moment we have done with this, always remember one thing, people. Whenever you are presenting your tabular data, the latest style of data presentation, it says, is the first column should be always aligned to the left, and the rest of the column, whatever you have, it should be aligned to the center. So kindly select starting from revenue USD till YTD percentage, and you need to align the same to the center. And to align the same to the center, you can go for Home, Center Alignment, whatever the options we have, you can apply it with the help of mouse. But I would suggest go for a keyboard shortcut. What's that? Alt for Home, A for Alignment, C for Center. Pretty easy. One by one, Alt H for Home, A for Alignment, C for Center. Just check it out, confirm. Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Right. So I'm not forcing you to learn the keyboard shortcut, but yes, that would be my recommendation, because formatting is something we'll be dealing with 1,000 times in a day. So rather using the mouse over there, if you start using the keyboard shortcuts, I know initially it will be a bit challenging and time taking, but when you started using it, you will love to work with keyboard shortcuts. Trust me. So now data is ready. Okay. And what is the beauty of designing the same in Excel? Any point of time, if you happen to bring the same into PowerPoint, what's the beauty? You don't need to struggle much. You can simply select the data, have watch on my screen, please. Look at my screen, please. I can simply copy. If somebody from my audience is demanding, Prabhas, why don't you present the data in PowerPoint? I can simply copy that. I will go to my PowerPoint application and I don't need to struggle much. I don't need to do anything over here. I can simply go for right click and I can paste as an image. And when I go and paste as an image, my data will be ready. And the same when I'm trying to present it, is it giving a neat and clean presentation? Right? So this is what the beauty. Always try to make the things better in Excel so that you hardly need to struggle in PowerPoint. So how to make our data informative? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Right. So these things you have to practice taking upon your like data, whatever you have or working place, you have to take your data and keep practicing. Now I'm going to take you through the next session. Next section of ours is called how to make data presentable. Okay. So here same revenue data of whole year we have, no doubt about it. Now suppose say this is what I have to present it to my boss. Well, how to present it effectively? Let's see. Go to the Home tab after selecting the same. Do you see an option called Format as Table?
Yeah.
When you go and navigate this option, you can see it opens with three broad categories: light, medium, and dark.
Yeah.
So always go for light or medium. Do not go for the dark options, people, because the more the dark colors, again, file size will be more. So having said this, if I go and select one medium option out of this and click it and click OK, automatically what happens? Can you see? Compared to the previous version, how the formatting patterns have been embedded, like alternate rows are highlighted, headers are properly defined with a background fill of some colors, and your filter buttons are also added over there. Top and bottom row thick border also been applied. So a lot of things are happening at once. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right. So everybody is able to apply this format as table options. Any doubt, any queries?
Can you repeat, please?
Yep. Select your data, whatever you have, go to Home tab, format as table. You can go for light or medium, any category of this. You can take that, not a problem.
Okay.
Then it will show a dialog box and you have to click OK. That's it. All right. Now, suppose say this is what, as I told you, our friend, whose story we have started. Who are the characters of our story?
Anirudh and Pradeep.
Right. Pradeep. So suppose say take an example. Our friend Pradeep has presented to Anirudh. Anirudh is watching and he's appreciating the way our friend Pradeep has presented. And he's saying, Pradeep, today the data looks something different. I'm glad the way you are presenting. But how come overnight such differences? Because till yesterday I never found your data presentation like this. So Pradeep, in this case, what will be your reply?
Training.
So what Pradeep will say, Anirudh, I was keep on telling to you, please nominate me for the Excel training. But you are always avoiding saying that work is more important. If you leave the office, who is going to do your work, and you are avoiding that. But this time you've given me the opportunity and see the output.
Exactly.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah. So training is very, very essential. So now Anirudh also will be happy. There is a fruitful investment of the training, isn't it? And you will be getting many more programs. Whenever there is a nomination, your boss will not be having a second thought upon this. Immediately he will allow you, please go ahead and attend the training. So what is the bottom line from the entire discussion, people, is whatever you are learning, try to implement at your workplace immediately and show the significant growth in your workplace. Then only you can get many more training programs. Anyway, one more thing along with this, though it looks good. So Pramod, when boss is happy, what happens next?
Hello?
Yes.
Asking for appraisal.
Promotion, appraisal, elevation, increment to the next level. See, that is at the year end only. Forget about that. And immediate moment, what is happening? The expectation level goes high, workload increases. This is the fact. Trust me, no one will disagree also.
Got the appreciation is good. Yeah, immediately.
So same thing happened with our friend Pramod also. What Anirudh is saying, Pramod, this is what suppose say, sorry, Pradeep. Suppose say this is what the revenue data you have given it to me. I just want to know to generate this much of revenue, how much incentives we have given. So let's go and create a column naming called incentive and see the beauty the moment you hit enter. Can you see the similar formatting is being carried forward to the next column?
Yes, yes.
So that's what the beauty. Have you ever seen while creating your table, your format goes along with the table? No. What we used to do to apply the similar formatting in the home tab, we use extensively this button called our format painter. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
No longer this is required over here right now. Our incentive column is ready, and that's the beauty of your format as table. Now, coming back to the formula, suppose say in our organization we have a uniform policy. Whatever the revenue we generate, we declare 2% as the incentive. So what should be the formula? Equal to taking the revenue from the month of Jan. So automatically it will take this kind of square brackets, at the rate symbol and all those things. So don't be worried. No need to keep typing all these things. This is the default formatting option of our table. Now multiply. How many percentage? Is about 2%. Just that's it. And see the beauty. The moment you hit enter, what is happening? It is not only applying to a cell, but also the entire column. Can you see that? So we no need to go and keep on copying and pasting the formula, dragging the formula, double click on the fill handle button. Nothing is required. So can you
Could you
believe
repeat
that
that,
how
sir?
your speed is going to, sorry?
Could you repeat that once again? Sorry.
Yep, sure. So incentive, what you need to do, keep your cursor in the first cell and there you go for equal to taking the value for the month of Jan. It will take automatically this kind of square brackets, at the rate symbol, revenue USD header. You no need to type all these things. Then simply go for multiply asterisk symbol 2% and enter. It will be applying for the whole column.
Yeah.
So because of this format as table, can you imagine how your speed is also going to increase?
So in that case, we don't need to put the final bracket and all.
Nothing is required.
Yeah.
So revenue and incentive both are ready. Ideally, let's go for the next column. What it's supposed to be? Net revenue. Let's go and create another column naming net revenue. So formatting again carried forward. Then what should be the formula? Basic mathematics, what we can do? What should be the formula for net revenue column, people? Anybody?
The total, this divided by total.
No. Net revenue. Simple. Revenue minus incentive.
This minus this, yeah. Revenue minus incentive.
Right. So equal to revenue column, that is B24 minus incentive column, that is C24. So equal to B24 minus C24. Again, the formatting, whatever it is taking, don't worry. Just refer to those cells. And the moment you hit enter, are you getting your net revenue column immediately applying?
Yes.
So this is how we got our tabular format ready because of format as table option, how things have become so easy and we don't need to really worried about the formatting part. Excel is doing its job and saving our time. Now, once we have done with this, please focus for a minute. We do not have a total yet. Can you see that?
Yes.
Create a total manually, we go and apply the formula over here in the total cell. That is not necessary at all. See the beauty. The moment you keep your cursor anywhere in the table data, Do you see in your extreme right one tab is activated, naming called table design or something?
Yes, yes.
Go to that,
Mhm.
and there we have an option called total row. The checkbox is not selected, the checkbox is not on, the checkbox is not activated.
Yep.
If you activate the same, can you see in the bottom line a total row is added immediately?
Yeah, that's great, huh?
Only the total of net revenue column.
Yes.
What if I want the total of my revenue column as well? Keep the cursor there. And there is a drop down immediately appears. Able to see?
Yep.
If you click the drop down, it will show the list of formulas. Ideally, for total, what is the ideal formula?
Sum.
So go for it. Do you see you get your total also for your revenue column?
Yep.
So everything is there. Only thing is we need to customize according to the need. So that's what the beauty of format as table option. See, things have become so easy.
Yeah.
So going forward, you have to deal with a lot, and that's why I'm putting more emphasis on our tabular format. And in fact, this is also one of the prerequisite when you go for your Power BI training, because in Power BI, when you load your data, the data must be formatted as a table format. Then only it will respond to your data.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is very, very essential.
Uh, can I discuss you? Hello?
Yeah. Please ask me.
Sir, I'm not getting the total design tab on my ribbon.
No. If you keep your cursor on the table, what is the last tab you are getting?
It's tell me what you want to do, and before that,
No.
it's a design.
That is what I'm talking about. Same design only. The last tab is design.
Yeah,
Go for that.
and then
And do you see option called total row?
total row, yes.
You have to
Okay,
activate. That you have to activate.
okay, and then
Right.
sir.
Then you have to keep your cursor in the revenue column total cell. Revenue column
Uh,
total cell.
okay,
And there is a drop down appears.
yeah. Then
And in
it's
the
the
drop
sum.
down, yeah, you have to select some.
And for incentive, oh, okay, it can be done on a for incentive
Yeah,
also.
incentive also total. If you want the same thing, you can do it
Yeah,
again, selecting and some.
yeah, done.
Or you can select both and you can go for alt equal to
Alt.
also. All the options are
Okay,
there. No issues.
thank you.
All right. So now once we have done with this people, as I told you, keep your cursor any of the column header and go for Control A. So as I told you, if you remember, always give a feel of a table by applying the borders. So what is the shortcut? We discussed already. Anybody quickly?
Alt
Shortcut.
H B,
Yeah.
Alt H,
Shortcut to apply the
Alt H
borders.
B,
Alt HBA.
A.
HBA. Go for one by one. Alt, remove the finger. H for home. B for border. A for all border.
Alt H B A. Yes, sir.
Right. As I told you, the latest style of data presentation, first column should be always aligned to the left. Rest of columns, what should be the alignment?
Center.
Alt H A C.
Okay. Alt. Okay.
Now, one more problem you will be finding, no need to do anything, just watch my screen. What it happens, you can see our incentive column header is not displaying properly, net revenue texts are missing, and this is what most of the time it happens with us. When you copy your data from one Excel to other file, when you paste it, we get hash kind of symbols, and what we do, we take our mouse pointer and we expand like this, double click on the column
Yeah.
headers, and we keep expanding. This is what really a tedious process. Never ever do that. I will make your job easy. Just do one thing. After selecting your revenue, incentive and net revenue column, the process what we need to go for is auto fit of column width. And how to do that? Do it along with me. First,
Yeah.
go for Alt,
Hmm.
then go for O for format, C for column, A for auto fit. Just see, is it happening?
Yeah, it's
Alt O C A. auto fit of column width. If you are not clear or if you have a fear in your mind, Prabhas, I may forget to keyboard shortcuts. I am not sure about it. Can you help me out with the ribbon where I can get it? Yes, you can go to home. In that we have a format and we can go for auto fit of column width. So choice is yours.
Do we need to select the entire table? Like,
Yes.
And then auto CA?
Yeah, you need to do. That is the better option. You should do all the time. But for the time being, I took all the rest of 3 columns only. If you wish, you can go for all the 4 columns. Not a problem.
These option I couldn't find. That home, then cells, right?
Yeah, in the cells, if it is your screen is bit shrinked, so you have to go and export from the group. It's in the cell group. In cell group, you have a format. See, this is what it is showing over here. Cells. Can you see?
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
cell group. And in cell group, you have to go for format, and in format, you have auto fit of column width. All right, so I believe now everybody is clear so far, whatever we have done, how to make our data presentable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's clear.
Fine. So how about others?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tulsiram? Raghavendra? Vignesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine then. So the last step, don't ever forget, as I told you earlier in the previous examples, that in our Excel, each and every data, they are recognized by their respective formats. Like date should be in date format, number should be in number format, percentage should be in percentage format, time should be in time formats. So what you need to do, select your numbers only from this data, select your numbers only, and we need to go and present our numbers into proper number format. So what is the meaning by proper number format? Like there should be one decimal, post decimal maximum 2 characters, and before decimal we should have a comma separator, either thousand, billion, million, whatever it is. So how to deal with the same with all these 3 put together in one place? Simple. Any point of time to convert any format to number format, Control Shift 1. Press together. And do you see the changes are happening? Are you getting the data in number format?
Yes.
So post decimal, 2 characters, and before decimal, we have got the comma separators, everything is there. And if you do not want post
Repeat
decimal
it, sir.
characters, sorry?
Can you just repeat the last thing, sir?
Yeah, Control Shift 1. On your keyboard, Control Shift and 1. When you press all these 3 together, that will be helping you to convert your data into number format. Control Shift 2 for time, Control Shift 3 for date, Control Shift 4 for currency, Control Shift 5 for percentage. So 1 to 5, you can deal with your respective format with combination of your Control and Shift. All right.
Okay.
Right. Now, over here. In data presentation sheet, the story is over, people. How to make your data informative, how to make your data presentable, both we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss the next sheet called date calculation. Okay, so let me first take you through the data what we have with us. Let me put it in a story format so that everybody can connect with it. Suppose say these are the employees who are working in my department. Stay focused, please. No need to do anything. These are the people who are working in my department with me. Now, I have got their date of joining with me also. My management has given me a task stating that, Prabhas, whoever the employees working with you, Please find out their experience as on date and submit us a report. I repeat, employees details are there, the employee codes and all, the date of joining of those employees. I need to find out their experience in our organizations as on date since the date of joining in terms of years, months and days. And I have to submit a report to my management. Well, so how will you deal with that? What is the first thing you will be doing? This is a real-time question, people.
Click on table. So we can do the table. So we can draw format table.
Select the year.
Okay. Well, the first thing it comes to our mind, I'll tell you, you are engrossed with our training so much, I'm glad. But technically, what is the first thing come to our mind, you know? Is it my job? Yes or no? So calculating the experience and all, this is belong to which department? To HR?
HR, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when HR, we have a dedicated team of people over there, they are doing the job. Why management has asked me to do the job? We don't have any idea for this, but we can't ask the question in return to the management, why you are giving this kind of work to me? I am from the supply chain side, I am from the analytics side, or I am from the business scientist, whatever it is. So whatever it is, we can't ask when it is asked from the management. But now the question is, why management is asking the same job to do when somebody is doing already? Is there a duplication of work? Isn't it? But why they're asking us? Because they want to just collect the report from different department, and finally they will consolidate the same, and whatever the HR report they have prepared, they have to reconcile. So anything is missing, anything is left out, or any other information not clear, they can reconcile and they get the accurate report about it. That's why they're asking us to do the job. Well, as we know one thing, when this kind of situation comes, we have to be pinpoint accurate even for a single day. So how to handle this situation? Our experts, they will tell you different formulas. Trust me, you will always get some different answer over there, and accuracy is always in a question mark. So what I suggest is, to deal with this particular piece of problem, people, we have to go for a hidden formula of Excel. What is that? Datedif. This formula, since 1985 till 2021 version of Microsoft Excel, this formula is hidden. The reason is being there, this formula has got certain drawback, and this formula has comes as a add-in. It was never designed by Microsoft, it has come as a add-in. That's why you will never find this formula anywhere in Excel giving the instructions. Just see. If you go for any formula, since afternoon, whatever the formulas we have discussed, some product, small, large, anything you name it, when you go for this, if I type ED, is it giving me the instruction what is EDate? Can you see that?
Return the serial number of the date.
Right. The instruction it is coming up. Now, if I go for tab key, is Microsoft giving a helping hand how to write this formula?
Yeah.
Whereas if I go for Datedif, do you see any kind of help instructions given by Microsoft?
No.
So this is a hidden formula of Excel. And since the instructions are not visible, we have to work together. Let's start.
Okay.
So keep your cursor below to the year text and type a formula equal to Datedif, bracket open. Just ensure you're typing your spelling properly. Datedif, Datedif.
Okay.
Now, once we have done with this over here, how to start with? Formula to humne likh diya, how to start with? Let's see. Any date formula, if you look at, it always start with a start date. So in our case, our start date is nothing but date of joining.
Yep.
So that is C6, comma. What is the next input? Date diff. So when you are calculating the difference between two setup of dates, then the next input would be end date. So in our case, what is our end date? Is it today's date? Since the date of joining, we are going to calculate till today. So to generate today's date, we do not have today's date anywhere in the separate column, and we no need to create that also. There is a ready-made formula in our Excel naming called today. So go for today, open bracket and close bracket. And this is default formula of a Microsoft, which will be helping us to generate today's date. And that becomes our end date. Now coming back to the next input. What should be my third input? Which column we are trying to type the difference? We are trying to get the difference. What is this column about?
Yeah.
So our third input has to represent our year. So for the timing, do one thing. Take a blank cell above to the year text. I have my own reasons. Please follow that. Now bracket close. Formula is ready. Hit enter. It will be giving the error. Don't be panic. It will be giving the error of hash num. All of you are getting the error. Kindly confirm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Why there is an error? Because our third input is still defined to a blank cell. Now let's hold this and let's have a discussion. If you remember the previous example we discussed, what is the date format we follow? DDMMYY or MMDDYY. I told you D represents our day, M represents our month, and Y represents our year. So for that particular blank cell, if you look at, to represent our year, define only Y. Just fill with Y. And the moment you hit enter, do you see some answers we are getting in the year column? When you just type Y in the blank cell, are you getting the year column representing 14 over here?
Yeah.
Similarly, go for month, define M, and go for day, define D. And let's go and make a practice finding the result for month and day. Don't copy paste the formula, keep typing the formula. Equal to Datedif, bracket open, date of joining, start date, comma, end date, today's date by using the formula, comma, Excel operator, our M. Bracket close, enter. Similarly, going to the day, equal to Datedif, bracket open, taking the date of joining as a start date, today formula as a end date, comma, Excel operator. I believe everybody is now clear, though Datedif is a hidden formula, how to write it. Any difficulties in understanding any of the element of our Datedif formula? If you have, please make it clear from this point itself.
Can you come again with a month and the same thing, sir.
No. What is that? Did you type any extra space in the M? Just check it out. Might be having extra space. When you open M, after M there should not be any space. Make sure that it will be definitely working fine.
Sir, can you rip from start, please, for 1 minute?
Any problem? Hello?
I placed for last 5 minutes, so I could not attend the same.
No. What is the? I mean, did you miss it because you did not understand anything out of this? What I explained?
I am not on my place for last 7 8 minutes. So it's just started date calculation. Then I went to I called my boss.
Okay, fine. See, what we need to do is over here. First, how to write our Datedif formula? What you need to do is equal to Datedif Then the first input is our start date, that is date of joining, comma. End date is nothing but because we need to compute our experience till today, so we need to go for today formula. That is today's formula. It's already predefined by Microsoft. And then we have to take the help of a blank cell where I have to type y later, or if you type earlier also no problem. I have to take this reference and then I'll be getting the result. So this is our Datedif formula.
Why is over the year? Means there is any necessity requirement or?
Obviously, because when you go for the date format, see, when you go for the date format, how you are representing your date format. Like the moment you go for this, ideally we go for either dd-mm-yy or we go for mm/dd/yy. So there when you go for it, if you want to customize this format, we go for right click, format cells, and then we go change from the custom, we change the format, right?
Okay.
So y represents our year. If you look at y represents our year, m represents our month, d represents our day.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Something we are doing.
So y is for the year and month is for the m.
Yeah. So same thing you have to compute and you have to get your result over here. So this is our Datedif formula. Okay, people. So yeah.
14th. What is the formula? Can you please explain?
I'm really struggling hard to hear. Could you please be more louder or take your mic to the mouthpiece bit closer?
Can you please explain the formula again, sir? Hello.
Yeah. Equal to Datedif. Taking the date of joining is the start date, comma. Today formula is considered as a end date, comma. Excel operator, that is y, to consider as a third input because we are expecting the result in year column. So to represent our year, we are
don't enter the same, sir. I will just do in my sheet also.
It is there already written also in the bottom. Pramod, you can check that.
Okay.
All right, so I believe everybody is getting the answer. Anybody else is still having the trouble in getting the answer in this format?
Answers I got, sir, but when I try drag it down, it's not getting answers are not getting reflected down.
Don't worry. We have not yet gone to that far. So we are going step by step. What is Datedif formula? Though it is a hidden function, how to write it? Is it clear? My first question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great.
Dated if it's not coming, sir.
No. It is not dated if. It is Datedif. This is where the people again commit a mistake. They believe if condition is there, they should read it as dated if. No, this is Datedif because this is a date related formula. You must read it by date. Take a pause. Diff. Datedif. Yes. Now you tell me.
Datedif means date difference, right? This is called.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Pramod. What's your question?
It's my date. I just typed the the date and then.
Right.
Then
Date equal to Datedif. Datedif. Do you type that?
Yeah.
Bracket open. From your left. Date of joining. That is C6.
Today.
Comma. Today. Bracket open, bracket close. Comma. Your D4. That is what where you have written Y. All right.
Today. Then. D4.
Yeah. The third input is D4.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Now, once you have done with this over here, similarly, you go and apply for month and days also, you'll be getting the answer. So now what we have understood, let's have an immediate discussion. Though Datedif is a hidden formula, how to write it? What is the role of today to generate today's date in the formula itself? What is the role of Y over here to represent our year, M for month, D for day? That we have understood. But can we go and express our experience of the employee in this format? Like for this employee A0003, can I say that he is having the experience of 14 years, 170 months, 5,183 days? Is it a right expression? Never.
No. No.
So what is this expression about? What is the answer about? These are nothing but individual component-wise differences. Year-wise 14, month-wise 170, day-wise 5,183. Do you agree?
Yeah.
But our requirement is something different. When we go and combine all these three together, that should show the entire experience of the employee. And to make it happen, what we can do over here, the other way, if you want to discuss, let's focus with our month. No need to do anything, just focus with month. How many months are there? 170, 170. Everyone has the same answer?
Yeah.
Now we know one thing. Whenever number of month reaches to 12, it becomes 1 year. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you how many years are there in 170 months, what will be doing? A basic mathematics equal to 170 divided by 12. Do you agree?
Yep.
And when I do the same, I'll be getting the answer 14 decimal 1666 and 7. So what does it mean by 14? So 14 is nothing but 14 years. So that already taken. This
Yeah.
14 years is already taken. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That we cannot ever express again in the month category. So our month should display only 0 decimal 166 and all. And to make it happen over there, what you can do, people, see the beauty. Just go to your M where you have written, instead of M, go for YM. YM stands for year to month, the incomplete months in a complete year. And the moment you hit enter, can you see that now?
2 months.
Yes. Similarly, go to your day category. Instead of D, go for MD, month to date, the incomplete days in a complete month. So now the expression is a adequate one. 14 years, 2 months, 8 days. So this is how the operator YM, how it is playing a role, we have understood. This is also predefined. We are not defining anything of our own. This is predefined. So can you confirm you are clear with this?
Pravas, could you tell me the logic once again, please?
Yep. The moment you go for the discussion, initially when we started 170 months, it is the combination of 14 years and some incomplete months. I don't know, 2 months, 3 months or 4 months could be, right?
Yeah, but it is when we have calculated for the year, so it has already taken 14 years. Then why it has taken for in month 170?
Because it is a separate entity. It is not having a relationship with your year column as such.
Okay.
But we have to give a relationship. So after leaving the complete years, whatever the incomplete years, that is incomplete years in the sense which is less than 12 months, that is called incomplete year, correct?
Yeah.
So those things alone we have to state in terms of months. For that reason, we are going for YM. YM stands for year to month.
Yeah.
So now this 14 years, 2 months. And that is what it was being displayed as 170 months. We can see, just see, equal to taking this multiplied by 12 plus 2 months, correct? Is it 170? Is it 170?
Yeah, correct.
So that is what we are displaying. Instead of 170, when I go for 14 years, 2 months.
That means 5,183, which the same denoted that the now we have taken like 14 years, 2 months.
That is what?
And then left is 8 days, right?
Absolutely. So whenever it is reaching to 30 days or 31, it becomes 1 month.
Yeah.
So whatever the complete months, that is removed. The incomplete months the incomplete days in a complete month, MD. The incomplete month in a complete year, YM. That is what the result about.
That means 60 days is already taken, and then 8 days left. So it has taken in a date, right? Sorry, days.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Right, welcome. So I believe now everybody is clear with the experience calculations, whatever it is of 14 years, 2 months and 8 days. Any doubt, any queries? All right. As we know, if a particular employee's case we have calculated the same formula, we can apply for the rest by simply selecting the entire employee's experience answer. If I go for double click and fill handle, our problem starts. Correct?
Yeah.
So why it is not showing the answer? Let's go on first check. Just check on my screen, please. If I go to my first error in the year, if I look at open the formula, can you see my formula is moving down and my cell of date of joining also moving down from C6 to C7. Do you agree?
Yeah, we need to log this one.
Yeah. Now, but problem is when C6 is going to C7, my D4 cell Y is also going to D5. Can you see that maroon color border movement?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
trouble. So this should not move. Only date of joining should move, but Excel operators should not move. And for that, what I need to do, select the entire cell range of your column and which is creating a trouble, D4. So D4 should be locked. And how to lock? By using F4 or function F4, depending upon your keyboard behavior or the laptop brand you are using. And the formula needs to be rectified for all the cells. Shortcut, control, enter. So this is how you should write the formula. So kindly confirm your column formula is rectified.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Before alt. Hello.
Yeah.
Function F4 na before D4.
Yeah, F4 or function F4 depending upon your keyboard behavior. If F4 is not working, you have to go for function with F4.
We have to do also for the month.
Yes, of course. So we'll go and continue with month also. So month, which cells should not go down? E4 should not go down. Again, lock it, control enter. In day column, which cell should not move down? F4 cell. We need to lock and control enter. So this is how people we have understood that in this Datedif column formula, how to rectify our formulas, and the formulas will be looking like this. Kindly confirm. Any doubt, any queries?
So how do you look this on?
This is to show the entire formula at once. You can go for simply a keyboard shortcut, control with infinitive.
Control with infinity.
With infinitive. This is a toggle key to display all the formulas or to hide all the formulas.
Infinity means that is a before one button, huh? Okay.
Before one or before.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat, sir?
Which one?
The here display formula.
Control with the tilde key. This is called tilde or infinitive key.
It's one.
नहीं टैब की के ऊपर देखो अपने कीबोर्ड में टैब की के ऊपर देखो इन्फिनिटिव की एक लगा हुआ है.
Yes, yes.
You have to use that key along with control.
Okay.
Yeah. The same key again to unhide. I mean to display the formula or to hide the formulas.
Yes, yes.
Right. All right then. So I believe now everybody is clear with our Datedif formula application. Correct?
Yeah.
So are you happy with the formula?
Yeah.
Obviously. Again the answers. So only Anirudh is saying or promptly answering that. Raghavendran also dropped me a message. Yes. How about others? Must be thinking. If Prabhas is asking something, means definitely something will be there, isn't it? Right?
No, it's not
key
like
use the control tilde, right? That key.
Sorry? Control?
Control tilde, right? To check the
Yeah, control tilde. Tilde. Tilde.
Okay, tilde. Okay.
And how do you come back from control tilde?
Same key. Same key. It's a toggle key.
Actually, the formula text is little easy to check the formulas rather than going for control tilde to check each and every cell. So the formula text is.
It's up to you. See, at any point of time, if your worksheet formula you want to display at once.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if your formula text is there applied, because the person who is sending the file, he will never apply formula text first of all, because people are not aware of that there is a formula
Correct.
called formula text.
And one more thing, like if we have some formula when we are applying in VLOOKUP or something, so if it is not working, if in general only the formula will work out, or in which format all the formulas will work?
That is what this is the shortcut key to display all the formulas being used in our Excel.
No, correct. My question is different. See, if we are applying some formula in a cell,
okay.
So if the formula needs to be enabled, it should be in general format or it should be in some other format, I'm asking.
No. It's not like that. See, if you are this kind of question, when it comes to mind, when you are applying VLOOKUP, the formula what you are applying, the data type like lookup value, I am just doing. If my lookup value, whatever it is there, I am going to check with the other source. The format should remain the same if it is a number. If it is a number.
Yeah.
So if I am having the data in number format, in the other source, the data also to be number format. Now, if I am having number and he is having text, then even though the data looks same, it will not fetch your records. So there you have to deal with bringing up the uniform formatting.
Okay.
Because text will remain the same. Text will always text. Only in place of number only this kind of challenge will come. Like say you have got invoice numbers, you have got purchase order number, or if you have got material code, anything which you are dealing with the numbers. So there this kind of problem will appear. So you have to bring the uniform format over there.
Okay.
All right. Now, whatever we did, I believe everyone is happy with the answer the way we brought it through a hidden formula called Datedif. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I am going to put it in a very precise way. Stay focused. Going to each and every column, editing the formula, locking the cell for 3 different times in 3 different columns. Are you comfortable doing the same?
No, we can do this one go with the.
We are supposed to.
Yeah.
So when we are not comfortable, do you believe that Excel will ever recommend to do the same?
No.
Definitely not. Then what we did people, this is what our expert suggests us to do the job like this. But Microsoft Excel never recommends to do your job like this. So what we did, kindly select your yellow colored cells, answer, and hit the delete button. This we are not supposed to do like this. Okay. So you must be thinking, Prabhas, what kind of trainer you are? We are giving our 100% to understand something new. Finally, you are telling this is not recommended. Yes, sometimes we need to learn from our own mistakes, people. So what mistakes we did, we have understood, and going forward, we are never going to do it. But how to make some improvements on this? Let's have a understanding. So start working with me. As we discussed, always start selecting the entire solution area where we need to design the formula.
Yeah.
Then leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, immediately go for equal to Datedif, bracket open. Then ideally we have to go with our first input. What is that first input we discussed?
The date of joining.
Let's do that and hold on. Select your date of joining cell and hold on. Now let's have a discussion. The moment we took our date of joining, it took a cell address that is called C6. And in C6, C is our column and 6 is the row. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I copy this formula towards down, C6 should move to C7, C8, C9, C10 and on.
Yeah.
Now when I pronunciate the movement, which one sounds common? In C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, which one sounds common?
C.
So our data, we believe now, it is not restricted to a cell, it's moving, but it is moving in C column. So when data is moving and that too moving in a column, instead of locking the cell, we should lock the column only. And to lock the column only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before column. And to bring the dollar symbol before column, we need to hit our F4 key 3 times. So F4 key, though it is F4 or function F4, hit 3 times. And check, are you getting only $1 symbol, that too, before C?
Yeah.
So hitting your F4 key or function F4 3 times, it makes our cell as column lock. So this setup, we call it as column lock or column constant or column freeze. Now what is going to happen with this? Just see. When I copy this formula towards down, C6 will go to definitely C7 since row is free. But when I copy this formula towards right, C6 will never go to D6 because column C is locked.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is this start date setup we did with dollar symbol? Is it clear?
Yeah.
It has to done in 3 times.
Sorry?
How many times it has to do?
You
For
hit
column?
F4 3 times.
F4
Function
3
F4
times.
3 times. You'll be getting the dollar symbol before column. Don't remember how many times? See the placement of dollar symbol. Where is it? It's in before column or before row or before both.
What is
So,
difference, sir? All this before C.
Also,
sorry.
Yeah. What's the difference if it is like if you press first time? So like we have some difference, right? You're locking the cell and
no.
locking the period.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we have 3 different type here, right? When you
Okay.
mention.
Okay. I'll tell you. So for that reason, you need to make some understanding clear about our formula usage of dollar symbol. You have to make it clear. Just see. Since you have asked me, because this is what we are going to use in our all the rest of 3 days, I'm going to spend more time. Don't worry. So please look at my screen. See, no need to do anything. This is what my column 1. I have got some data in my column. Okay. Please keep your mic on mute. Anybody's mic is on. In column 2, I have some data again over here, say 1,9. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a column over here stating called product. So I need to multiply column 1 and column 2. I need to get the answer in the product column. What we do in that case? Do we go for a formula equal column 1 multiplied by column 2? Do you agree?
Yes.
The moment I hit enter, I got the answer only for a case. But the same when I go and drag it down, I'm getting the rest of answers. How I'm getting? Because when I go down and drag it, automatically my cells are moving down. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
This is the default nature of Excel. That's why we don't keep creating in each and every cell the formula. Do you go and keep creating in each and every cell? We create once and we go and drag it down. Automatically it turns up. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Because we have select the calculate, right? There is in the layout in the home somewhere the calculate something, so it is auto calculating.
No, no, no. That is what default option, because whenever you are asking Excel to perform the calculation, this option will be always on.
Automatic.
This has to be always on.
Yeah, right.
In the formula.
Yeah.
But certain organizations, what they do, if it is on, then it automatically takes a time when you open the file, because each and every formula is being calculated in the backend. So just to reduce the time to open it, they always keep it in the manual mode. So when you go for manual, and the file will open immediately, but to showcase the updated records, again you have to check it to automatic. You have to give it. Unless and until you define automatic, the formula will not calculate the results. Okay, so that is a different subject altogether. That is nothing to do with our F4 key. So now F4 over here, how to make it or how to use it, just see. Now if you look at our column 1, all the places value is identical. Can you see that?
Yes.
So instead of keeping one value for multiple times, if I just delete others, and I can retain 10 only at 1 and I can refer to all the rest of cells in our column 2, will it be doing my job? Yes, obviously, but I'm not getting my answer because my formula is always depending upon what I have dragged upon. If you see, column 1 value is null. So what I can do over here is I can go for a simple formula equal to taking 10. This cell should not move down or move right, F4. So what is happening? Before K $1 means K column is locked. Before 5 $1 means row 5 is locked. So it is locking both. You see that? So this is called our cell constant or cell freeze or cell lock. Now multiply. Taking the value from second column. I don't need to do anything on this because I have got multiple values in the bottom side. So when I copy this formula down, L5 should go to L6, L7 and on. So I'll keep it on. And the moment I hit Control Enter, can you see? So
Yes.
just having the data in one place, I could get my result over here. So having the dollar symbol before column and before row, what it is doing, is it clear?
Yeah, it's locking the cell and the number, row on the column.
Yes. Now, in our case, what we are doing over here is we don't want this cell to be locked.
The entire column.
It has to be moved. It has to be moved, right? It has to be on move. So in this case, what we are doing, we are going for our Datedif equal to Datedif. Taking the date of joining, we are locking 3 times. So rather locking of 1 time, we are locking 3 times. So instead of locking both, we are locking only the column. So what will be happening? The data will keep moving in the column because row is free. So C6 will go to C7, C8 and all these movements will be happening. Hope it is clear. For that reason, we have gone for F4 3 times. Now, coming to the second input. What is that? Today's date. So we'll go for today formula, bracket open, bracket close. And this doesn't need any kind of locking because the default nature of today formula is whichever the cell it goes, it will generate today's date only. So it doesn't need any kind of locking. Comma. Hope second input is clear.
Yeah.
Now, so any questions, people, before proceeding further?
Please proceed. No.
Right.
To get the dollars key, we can also put the shift and dollar. That is also.
Yeah, you can do, but you have to individually operate with that.
Yeah.
You cannot keep placing, changing and all. In the meantime, the cell reference, if you change again, the entire formula will be in trouble. So I always avoid using the manual dollar symbol application.
Okay.
Always use the F4 key.
Okay.
So automatically it will be changing place of dollar symbol. F4 once, lock both. F4 twice, only lock the row. F4 thrice, only lock the column. This is how it is. Now, coming to our Excel operator, that is Y, D4. Now hold on there. D4 cell, when I copy this formula towards down, should not go down. Do you agree?
Yes.
When I copy this formula towards right, D4 should go to E4 for month calculation. E4 should go to F4 for day calculations. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, what is the common thing it sounds over here? D4, E4, F4.
4.
So what is 4?
4 is row.
Row. We have understood our data is moving, but it is moving within a row. When data is moving within a row, instead of locking the cell, we need to lock only the row. And to lock the row only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before row number. And to bring the dollar symbol before row number, F4 twice or function F4 twice. Automatically, this setup will be giving it a feel of row lock. So D4 will never go to D5, but D4 will definitely go to E4 since row is locked, but column is free. Bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell, but we need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut we learned?
Control enter.
Go for it and see the beauty. With one shot, the entire solution is ready. So this is how people you are supposed to design your formula in Excel. And you try this and check, is it working?
Yeah, it is working. So pro version player can do this like.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, the objective is to save time.
Correct. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So anybody is not clear or it's not working, you are getting a different answer, feel free to ask. Because this formula is going to help you a lot, people, in many cases. It's not only about calculating your experience. If you are working with multiple projects, what is the span of the project or data aging purpose also you can use it. And as our friend Raghavendran, he has asked me earlier, like when I have got two dates, I need to find out how many months are there. This is also the formula will going to help you out.
Thanks, because I just tried personally, start date and end date. Although I tried, it's working actually.
Yeah. Fine then. Any doubt? Any queries from this?
No, so far is good.
I have a doubt.
Yeah,
In
please.
business
Yeah.
maths. In business maths, can you just click on the business maths?
Vignesh, I'm really struggling hard here. Could you please help me out? Go slow. I can at least pick it up.
Can you click on the business mathematics section, that particular workbook?
Okay.
And if you just look at this, actually, when you type expiry date, beside that you give date, automatically the color was already detected. Did you draw a predefined table there?
No, this is already pre-format because the same file I'm keep on using, That's why the artificial intelligence, it automatically takes the data and the same formatting is being applied. So don't worry about it. There's no such kind of formula or function that I can keep it pre-formatted something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on the particular role, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, now.
Right. So you can activate, pre-activate, but this format automatically will never go to the rest of column. It will never carry forward unless and until you have a table format. That's what we discussed in data presentation sheet also. When you have the data already formatted as table, you can have the necessary formattings already applying to the rest of the columns when you proceed. So business maths, whatever it is happening automatically, this is because of one reason. I keep working with the same file again and again. That's why the artificial intelligence tools in our Office 365, it automatically applies to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome. All right. So now we have done with our date calculation. So let's discuss what we did today. To have a quick recap, we started with our business maths people. We discussed about some formulas and functions like our sum product, small, large, with combination of row, then Mround, then if formula and replacement for the same, the logical formula with max. Then we have seen the edate formula and text year formula over there. Then we have seen how to make our data, making it more informative, having different types of statistical calculations. Then we have seen how to do the minimum formatting and make it presentable by converting the data into table, and how this is helping us in terms of formula functions applications for the whole table data. And then how to bring the total by navigating to our table design options over there and doing the activation of total row. Then the same, how to convert our data into proper number format, Control Shift 1, and then the necessary formattings like applying Alt border with Alt HBA, making it center aligned, Alt HAC, and auto fit of column with Alt OCA. Then we have discussed about a hidden formula of Excel naming called Datedif, the inputs like start date, end date, Excel operator references. And here we have discussed about some operators like Y for year, YM for year to month, MD for month to date. And today formula, it is always generating today's date in the formula. So we don't need to maintain a separate column defining today's date. And the usage of dollar symbol with one go, how to create or design our formula solutions by taking F4 key once, making a cell lock, no movement. F4 twice, only row will be locked, column will be free. F4 thrice, column will be locked, but row will be free over there. So this is how we operate with this Datedif formula. This is it from our day one side. Any doubt, any queries?
No, sir.
Prabhas, here I have one question that regarding this date and month, Datedif formula we have used. Here, if I want to take only for the years, not months, usually I need to take the some dates in for my schedule. So like the same way, the joining date and the end date. So if I don't want to take this month and day, so I can do this the same way?
Yeah, obviously. Suppose say I have got project date. Suppose I take this as my project start date over here.
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am supposing this is my project end date. I just want to know how many years have been taken to complete this project.
Correct,
So I can simply go for over here. There are two ways. I can go for is equal to Datedif, then going for this start date, comma end date within two double inverted quotes. I can put Y.
Ah, okay.
I can get 14.
Okay.
Only the months. If you want only the months, how many months in between these two dates to take it to complete? I can simply convert into months. So I can go for within two double inverted quotes M.
So change it to M. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. And one more question. It is not related to the code. Do you provide the Power BI training? Just I need to know about this. Then
we do have Power BI training once in 2 months. So we have completed Power BI the last month itself. So probably we may have April month. I'm not sure. We have not yet scheduled because April month, since our March month is the closing of our financial year in the Indian calendar, and most of the audit it turns out to be the next month, April 15 or 16 or 20th. People are quite occupied with the audit work to make the books and accounts to close. So we have not yet decided to initiate the Power BI training in the month of April. But yes, we can keep you posted about the upcoming training programs. You can get in touch with Nivedita. She is the person to let you know about it whenever it is scheduled.
Okay. I will discuss with her. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So any other queries from anybody, people? Hope you are, just getting some information and getting some confidence to make the things better.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
One query. When I try this, table border Alt HBA, that I'm not actually getting that. Can you just help me out?
Okay. You are not getting. So, what you're exactly doing? Could you please share your screen? Let me have a look. Yeah. Select that. Yes. Go for one by one. Alt. Then H. No. You are pressing together. That's the problem. I told you. Escape. First go for escape. Just remove the finger from Alt. First go for Alt. First press Alt. Remove the finger. Then go for H. Then go for H. Then remove the finger. Then go for B. B for border. Then A. A for all border. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. All right. Fine then, people. So please practice well before stepping into the day 2 training program of ours. And whatever the things we have learned today, we are going to use it like our dollar symbol uses, formatting, keyboard shortcuts. All these things we are going to keep on repeatedly using in day 2, day 3, day 4. So practice is very, very essential. Try to implement at your workplace. If you have any queries, we have already got the group. As I told you, please utilize that group facility and you can drop your queries, and definitely I am going to help you out. And I would also request you take the initiative. If you have to answer, you feel like doing it, please do it. No issues. But practice well. And day 2, again the same time we are going to start. So I request, please ensure that you are logging into the meeting room 5 or 10 minutes before, and ensure all your things are in place. Your audio, screen, Teams meeting link, everything is working fine, and your internet connection is also adequate, everything. And so 2 o'clock we'll start the session, because we have to utilize our time properly. and the effectiveness of the training program lies in our window time. If you have any commitments after 6:00, you can exactly drop out from the meeting room and you can continue with that. And if you have any queries, you need my support on that, you want to clarify, please drop me a message in the meeting room, I mean that WhatsApp group. I will be dropping into the meeting room by 1:45 p.m. So 1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be utilizing the timeline for doubt clarifications. And if there is no queries, 2 p.m. will be starting with our training. Okay, this is how we are going to manage our window time. All right, fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probas, that I have one question that after this training that you told that we can put in a chat on WhatsApp. So after the training, you like told that WhatsApp group will not be there. So after that, if I have any doubts on my like live project or anywhere, so how do I deal with this to you, like through email or?
Number. Yeah, same number. The number what you are now in the group you are in, the same number you can store as your queries purpose. You can drop me a WhatsApp message. Don't worry. And in the cover page also, if you look at, yeah.
Sorry, your number, your WhatsApp number or the group one?
It's not my WhatsApp number. It's our common number of the organization Excel for all. That is 7875726961. That is the group number. You can see 7875726961. So this WhatsApp number you can save all the time. Whatever your queries you drop in there, and we'll be helping you out in reply. Don't worry. This is one. Else, if you look at our cover page, if you look at, there is an email ID already shared also, excel4all@outlook.com. You can very well drop us a sample data along with your questions, whatever you have. We'll be replying for the email itself. Don't worry.
Okay, number what you told, just can you tell me once again, please?
Yeah, it is of where it is. Yeah, this is the number 7875726961.
726961. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, welcome. All right. So if there is no queries, shall we call it as a day? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care. See you tomorrow the same time, 2 p.m. on the day 2 meeting link. Ensure, please.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you all, guys.